Hello guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to the session and welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform, that is the BYJU'S exam prep. And guys, the entire team of EC and WV are live once again now with the full detailed solution discussion, weightage analysis, the type of questions, everything we are going to bring live on this particular YouTube session, that is the GATE 2023 EC analysis. So stay live with us and share the session to all your friends so that all the aspirants of EC will come to know how the paper was, and even if you are a 2024 aspirant, you will come to know how the exam has been conducted this particular time. So yes guys, quickly let's get started. Sir.
हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, होप सो आपका पेपर तो शानदार गया होगा। और इसके साथ ही हम लोग स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं एनालिसिस विद डिटेल सॉल्यूशन। और आपको आइडिया लगेगा कितने एमसीक्यूज आए, एमएसक्यूज आए हैं और न्यूमेरिकल आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चंस। तो तैयार हो जाइए फॉर डिटेल एनालिसिस। सर
Yes, guys, this is a big day for you all. You know, we are there throughout the year for your preparation. Even now, we are helping you to give the solutions to find whether you have done well or not, or how many questions you have done and how many are correct, how many are wrong. Generally, this curiosity will be there among the students to know how the exam went. So we are here to give you all the details with all detailed solutions. Our entire team is here. Hope you have all done the examination well, and let's see how the solutions are, how the difficulty level of the paper. And we are here. BYJU'S exam prep is always known for the trusted and the well organized with all verified questions, with all sorts of verification we'll do, and then we'll come with the solutions to give you the best and accurate questions as well as answers.
So guys, number one update that students are always looking for is the MSQs. So yes guys, this is the data. So we have total of 4 MSQs, slightly less in number. Last year in electronics there were 14 MSQs, this time 4, out of which we have 1 of 1 marker and 3 questions of 2 markers. So number of MSQs gone down in electronics substantially as compared to last year. But the big highlight of the moment is something going really high. Maybe I think sir, in the past 5 to 6 years itne zyada MSQ kabhi nahi aaye, right?
If this data is correct, because we got this data through some students, if this data is correct, then this is really point to note. Surprising, yes.
Because you know, even though when there were no MSQs, so there was almost 50% NATs and MSQs. Around 30, you can say at least 25-30 NATs were coming. So NATs are less in number and MCQ it's a huge number. It's okay. MCQs are easier to handle as compared to MSQ, but there is a negative marking element. So it has both pros and cons. Okay, so let's see now how
I think this is a tricky point for you. MCQs always have negative marking, so you have to be very careful. They are always tempting. It looks like it is tempting, but negative marking is there. That's going to be deciding factor because the number is bigger.
Yes.
So Sanjay sir will give you some more points regarding some more analysis points regarding this. But before that, we will not keep you waiting more. We have received already some questions. We'll be starting the questions soon, guys. All the best. Let's see the questions and solutions, guys.
So I have got some questions. I think, sir, by the time I'll write down the question, Sakit sir, have a word with the students.
Hello everyone. So I hope that you have done well in the examination. As you have seen that the number of questions for the MCQ, NAT and MSQ we have got, and you have seen that there are a lot of questions in MCQ, and yes, because when there is a MCQ questions, we always think that it is easy, and it is because we have 4 answers in front of us and we have to choose only one of them. So it looks very easy, but as we have already discussed that because it has negative marking as well, so आपको यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा केयरफुल होने की ज़रूरत है। ठीक है, तो आप लोग जल्दी से क्वेश्चंस अपने कमेंट करते रहिए, है ना। यस, गुड इवनिंग अब्दुल। सो आई होप अब्दुल जो है वो प्री फाइनल ईयर का स्टूडेंट है ना, रेगुलरली हमारे सेशन को अटेंड किया है। तो अब्दुल आप बताओ आपका पेपर कैसा गया, क्योंकि आप प्री फाइनल ईयर के स्टूडेंट हो और आपने क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट किया है। तो कितने क्वेश्चन आपने अटेम्प्ट किए हैं ये सब आप लिख सकते हो। अपने क्वेश्चन जो आपको याद है वो आप लिख सकते हो। तब तक हम लोग एक क्वेश्चन के साथ सॉल्यूशन के साथ आते हैं, फिर और भी डिस्कस करेंगे आप लोगों के साथ।
So few of the questions that we have received, let's solve it directly. Number 1 question that I have received is find integral p to q z square dx plus 3y square dy plus 2x z dz. Correct me if the question is all right, guys. This is what is the question I have got, and what is the method that I believe यहाँ पे apply कर सकते हैं, guys. Combine the first and last term, so it is like d of xz square. बोल सकते हैं क्या? It is the d of xz square. Slides are updated. Weightage analysis. Okay, so d of xz square, guys. So if you look into this now, once I take the x constant, differentiation of z square 2z dz. But if I take the z square constant, only the differential of z will come. Now coming to 3y square dy, 3y square, you know it is a differentiation of y cube, right? So overall this is like a differentiation of xz square plus y cube. Okay, now because exact differentiation approach is applied, that is only possible because the curl of the function would be going to 0. आपको check करने का need नहीं है, right? So integral and differential cancel. Answer is simply xy square plus y cube. Putting down the limits only, and the limits are the initial point 1 1 2, and then there is the final point 2 comma 3 comma 1, and that part is equal to how much? 2 into z cube plus y cube, that is 27. Okay, 2 into z square, then minus, if I talk about lower limit, 1 into 4 plus 1. So 2 plus 27, 29. 29 में से गया 5, 24. 24 should be the answer, dear. 24 should be the answer. And yes, there are the options also available. Let me write down the options for you, dear. What was the options? -5, 24, 20 and 29. These are the 4 options available. 24 is what I have got. एक बार calculation check करेंगे. 2, then plus 27, then minus of this is x equal to lower point 1, 2 square plus 1 cube. Badhiya ekdam, guys. So 24 is what is the answer coming up in front of me. Let us think up from maths. And what is that question? The question is, let x be a n cross 1 real column vector. Let x be n cross 1 real column vector with the length. Of course, you know the formula of length of a column vector, but still given length is, that is the modulus of the vector root over x transpose x. Okay, what is the trace of the matrix? Okay, what is the trace of the matrix P equal to? Okay, option number A, L square by 2. Option number B, L square. Option number C, L square by 4. Option number D, L. Right, MCQ है again for 2 marks. MCQ है again for 2 marks. Very good evening. Keep joining the session. Okay, so देखो ना, it's again fundamentally simple only. इसको अगर थोड़ा सा देखा जाए यहाँ पे, L is equal to, the length is x transpose x. Okay, and what is x? देखो, x is a n cross 1 column vector. So x is like x1, x2. It contain n elements distributed into these n rows. That is what is the vector x that you can assume. Matrix क्या बोलिए? Oh sorry, trace of the matrix P. Trace of the matrix P. That matrix is equal to XX transpose is. The matrix is XX transpose. बहुत ही simple सा question है. बहुत ही simple सा question है. So dear, what is the matrix P? That is XX transpose. And when you take X taken with its transpose x1 to xn. Okay, so देखोगे, first row first column multiplied x1 square, then first row second column x1 x2 etc. up to the x1 xn. Second आ जाएगा x2 x1, x2 का square, x2 xn. Similarly guys, last में आएगा xn x1 up to the xn square. But what is the trace? Sir, what is the trace? Tell me. Okay, what is the trace of this matrix then? Dear, what looks like the trace? Trace is sum of the diagonal elements, and that is nothing but x1 square plus x2 square etc. up to the xn square, and that is the square of the length of the vector. Okay, the length of the vector is L, and x summation of all square, that is equal to the L square. That is equal to L square. ठीक है dear? चलो. Right. So tell me, have you got this correct, guys? The answer is L square. Tell me if you have got this correct. And guys, with this, I have one more update for you. Okay, before we go to the next question, just one more update for you. Okay, I'll just show you that update, and then Saket sir is also ready with a question. All right. Okay, this is the weightage that we are getting. Yes, guys, this is what is the weightage that we have got. Okay. Rahul, yes. चलो great. Okay, so Saket sir, this is the weightage that we have got. एक बार इसको discuss कर लेते हैं. इसको एक बार discuss कर लेते हैं. तो control system 7 marks. Okay, 8 usually 8 expected है, so not a much big deviation. Digital circuits around 8 to 9 expected होता है, ये भी ठीक है अपनी जगह. EDC slightly lesser. Okay, but analog thinking, oh my god. So guys, this time the big surprise that is coming is EDC and analog. That is total 15 marks. Sometimes EDC lag, analog more, analog less, EDC more. Total around 20 marks for EDC analog होता है, but this time it is less. कम्युनिकेशन पे भी जाएंगे सर?
कम हुआ है सर इस बार,
कम, थोड़ा सा कम हुआ है,
क्योंकि 6 क्वेश्चन ही आए.
देखो यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक्स एज ले गया है, राइट?
हाँ.
इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक्स 11 लास्ट ईयर भी 11 हुआ था.
हाँ, 6 क्वेश्चंस है.
6 क्वेश्चंस है.
हाँ.
मैथ्स में अगेन गाइस यहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ क्वेश्चन शफल हुआ है. अगेन आई बिलीव दैट मैथ्स वुड बी 13 ओनली. वो हो सकता है
EMT में होगा,
EMT या सिग्नल. मैथ हैज सो कोरिलेशन विद EMT और यू नो सिग्नल्स. तो आई विल पर्सनली गो एंड चेक. मैथ्स 13 ही होना चाहिए. IIT कांट चेंज दैट पैटर्न. एप्टीट्यूड इज 15. सर कम्युनिकेशन और सिग्नल्स,
कम्युनिकेशन और
सिग्नल्स इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में भी थोड़ा बड़ा, यूजुअली 9 मार्क्स अराउंड आता है, 11, राइट? सो इफ यू लुक, ये तो काफी रिलेटेड सब्जेक्ट्स भी होते हैं, तो मोर देन 20 फॉर सिग्नल्स एंड
कम्युनिकेशन. हो सकता है
कम्युनिकेशन.
कि फिर से कुछ पार्ट जो सिग्नल में ले लिया गया हो और वो कम्युनिकेशन का हो, वो पर्सनली हम देखेंगे तो बताएंगे.
एंड इवन अगर आप देखोगे आफ्टरनून आल्सो इलेक्ट्रिकल वाज सिग्नल सिस्टम 12 मार्क्स. सिग्नल सिस्टम आज काफी अच्छा रहा है दोनों ब्रांचेस के पेपर के लिए. तो साकेत सर, व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन ऑन एनी स्पेशल पॉइंट्स अबाउट दिस वेटेज?
सर, इस बार तो देख के लग रहा है कि क्योंकि कोर पार्ट का थोड़ा सा वेटेज हल्का सा कम लग रहा है ना, तो मेरे को लगता है कि ये पेपर थोड़ा सा इजी साइड में होगा, है ना. तो पता चलेगा अभी पूरे क्वेश्चन देखने के बाद, पूरा डिस्कशन करने के बाद. लेकिन आप लोगों को क्या लगता है कि वेदर इट इज इजी और मॉडरेट और टफ, तो आप कमेंट करके बता सकते हैं कि हाउ डज इट गोज एक्चुअली. ठीक है, कि आप देख सकते हैं, बता सकते हैं कि कितना आपका जो पेपर गया है वो किस लेवल का पेपर था, आपको क्या लगा उस 3 घंटे में, आपने क्या फील किया कि क्वेश्चन का लेवल जो है टफ है कि इजी है.
So sir, we are able to feel this time EDC and analog combined also it is less. Sometimes one is more, one is less.
So combined analog it is 8 marks total.
And, yeah, right? And EDC it is 7 marks. So total also 15. So 15. Little lesser.
Yeah. Total close to 20 will be generally.
Yes.
But this time it is 15, means it is quite less.
Yes.
And another point, we got the first-hand information that EDC questions are little tricky. Okay. But let's wait and see, because still we have not seen the questions. We are receiving the questions from different students. We are asking to share. Let's see the questions and then we'll comment. Okay. What about other subject? Networks is of 8
Network
marks.
is 8, okay.
As expected only.
So control also maybe 1 marks less, not more. So rest all. Signal system little higher, 11.
Yeah.
11 is little less.
That means the EDC analog part is
transfer, because usually signals around 9 marks it is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Aptitude was very easy. Vanya says, okay, I'll just go and check that also. Right now we have solved some maths question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already you received maths questions.
So 3 questions we have solved also.
Okay.
You have one question.
Yeah, please.
So guys, Saket sir has one question. Sir, communication or EMT? EMT, guys.
We can work together.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Other faculty, we still are working on it, and no, we keep getting the questions, and we are solving this. Stay tuned, guys. Questions are there here. So this is MSQ question, right?
Yes, sir. This is MSQ question, and a very basic question actually from the polarization. And because last 2 to 3 years we were not having the question from the polarization, so this is the question topic actually which was very important, and they were not asking the question from this topic, and this year they have considered this part also.
Yeah, Dodgy King is saying that EDC mostly from semiconductor theory. As expected, guys, I don't surprise if more questions are from semiconductors. I always say 1 or 2 questions minimum will be from semiconductor basics and physics. That is not surprising for me. But what area under semiconductors we yet to see. Expected, Fermi level questions, expecting generation recombination questions. That is not surprising if at all. But how tricky, how difficult, how lengthy they are, yet to be verified. Let's see that. जानवी सेइंग मॉडरेट था, जो क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट थे वो तो समझ भी नहीं आ रहे थे. So it is like 1 or 0, right? If questions are there, then you'll get it. Otherwise, no. Expectation marks for qualification. Akshit, we have
25,
not
sir.
seen all the questions, na? At least
Sir,
if
Still, we
get,
can expect 25 to 30 marks would be
yeah,
generally the
general
qualifier.
expectation for EC will be ranging from 25 to 26, 27, that range only. But still, we are waiting for at least 30-40 questions to come to a conclusion that what could be the difficulty level. Without seeing the questions and solving, we can't comment, but we take the feedback from the students, right? If majority of the students says that it is moderately difficult, fine, we also agree, because students' point of view we have to see. Faculty point of view is different. Students' point of view is slightly different. Let's go to the solution, guys.
So this is the MSQ question. As you can see that the electric field is given to us, and we have to find the magnitude and the phase in such a way that the field should be like left hand elliptically polarized. So can you tell me the answer? What answer you have got? What answer you have got for this question? And those who are preparing for the next year, means 24, and they have not appeared for GATE 23, can you give the answer for this question? So as you can see that there are electric field given directly. The wave is propagating in the z direction, and that too in the positive z direction. And for the wave to be elliptically polarized, the magnitude has to be different. The magnitude has to be different. So you can see that this C1y and C1x should not be equal. So C1x should not be equal to C1y. So there are only A, B, C, 3 options are there, in which we have the C1x not equal to C1y. So definitely option D will be wrong, because here the C1x is equal to C1y. And the other thing is the phase difference should be odd multiple of pi by 2, or we can say the arbitrary phase shift. Okay, generally we say that odd multiple of pi by 2, but it for the elliptically polarized, it is actually arbitrary phase. So if you take the theta is equal to 3 pi by 4, 3 pi by 2, okay, and here theta is equal to pi by 2. So if I take theta is equal to pi by 2, then we know that it is, suppose x-axis, this is y-axis. So the phase of the y is suppose pi by 2, then it will be leading, and the x will be lagging. So it will be lead to lag. So lead to lag, and the wave is propagating in the z direction. So it is left hand elliptically polarized. So option C will be right. Okay, option C will be right. And now we have the arbitrary phase shift. Suppose if you take this which is 270 degree. Okay, this is nothing but a 270 degree. And for 270 degree, it is again, it is looking like the x is having the phase, y is having the phase difference 270 degree, and x is having the phase difference 0. So again, it looks like a 270, you can say minus 90 degree also. So minus 90 degree it is going. Okay, and again you can say that it is a leading, because this is the phase of y and this is the phase of x. X is 0, so it is also having not equal, so that is also correct. And because I said that it is arbitrary phase shift also, we can have, so this A will also be correct. So all the 3 option A, B, C would be correct, because we have the arbitrary phase shift. And also, yes, one more thing, that because it is asking for the where is the eraser? Yeah. So because it is asking for the left hand only, so we will have only A and C, because the option B will give you the right hand elliptically polarized. So what are the answer you have got for this? Yes, C. Akshit, you are right for the option number C, but this is the MSQ, as I have said. This is A also will be the right one. Okay, so coming, sir, you have next question. So now the Rathi sir is coming for the next question.
तो स्टूडेंट्स, होप सो आप लोगों के क्वेश्चंस अच्छे बने हैं. तो कैसा रहा आप लोगों का एनालॉग का सफर एंड ईडीसी? तो मैं अभी डिस्कस करने वाला हूँ क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम व्हाट एनालॉग. आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस 2 इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. यस, दिस वन. Yes. Now that is the question. Simply, this is the 2 diodes D1 and D2. D1 and D2 silicon diode conduction voltage is what? 0.7 volt. Transfer characteristics is right. This is the conduction voltage. Means it is a practical diode, right? We are having the 2 diodes D1 and D2. Here it is a V in, and that transfer curve is given. So already in my one session on Clipper, I have given you that Very good evening, Rajat. है ना? Already I have given na कि they will ask what transfer curve in last session. Last session I have given you that they will definitely ask what transfer curve. So that is the question. Now how we can solve? Very simple. Now tell me which answer is correct, everyone. Which answer is correct? A, B, C, D. A option, B, then C, and then D. So how we are going to solve it? So first of all, now what is the question here? This is the diode, and that is the second diode. One resistor is connected here, 1 volt battery is connected here, and we are taking V0, and this is the V in, right? Now these are the practical diodes. So first of all, now this is the 1 volt, it is the reverse bias by 1 volt, and this is 0.7, minimum 0.7 volt is required to make it forward bias. So what is the voltage so that this diode will be on, D1 will be on? Means we can say when V in is greater than 1.7 volt, 1.7 volt, D1 is on and D2 is off. And once the D1 is on, this is on, then what is the output? V in minus 0.7. Output will become V in minus 0.7 volt. Right? This is the first case when this diode is on, and at the same moment that this diode will be off. Now in second case, you can check what is the condition so that this diode is on. For this diode to be on, this is the 0.7 volt, right? And it is already forward biased by what? 1 volt. Means when the voltage at this point, is less than or equal to what? 0.3 volt. Then this diode will be on. So please you can count, that is the 0.7 plus 0.3 volt, that is the 1 volt. So this is the case when we can say when V in is less than 0.3 volt, right? So what is the condition here? Now you can check here, 1 minute. This is the 1 volt. Now we can the drop, always remember the drop across the diode should be equal to what? 0.7 volt. If it is, this is the 1 volt. If I am subtracting this 0.3 volt, that is the, what is the volt drop across the diode? 0.7 volt. So that the condition will satisfied. Then this is on, this is off, and this diode is on. In that case, what is the output voltage? Always calculate like this. This is the V out, 0.7 plus V in. This is the 0.7 plus V in. Or we can say V in plus 0.7. Now, in between these two, when 0.3 is less than V in is less than 1.7, both the diodes off. That is the method to solve the question on clipper. In that case, when both the diodes are off, there is no current through this R. When there is no current through this R, what is the output voltage? 1 volt. The output voltage is 1 volt. Once you will get the range, then you can draw a transfer curve. Now we have the two breakpoints. What are the breakpoints? First breakpoint is 0.3. You can draw a line. The slope of this line is what? 1. At 45 degree you can draw. Then the first breakpoint is what? 0.3, and second breakpoint is what? 0.7. Now, before 0.3, what is the output? V in plus 0.7. Between 0.3 to 0.7, that is the 1. This is the constant value. Right, and after this again, V in minus 0.7. Always remember what is the equation of the line? Y is equal to mx plus c. Y means on this axis we are having the V output, and x means V in. That is called transfer curve, V naught versus V in. Now, between this 0.3 to 1.7, this is the constant voltage. Now, what is this? Try to understand this one. From 0.3, before that 0.3, what is the line? The slope is V in, and 0.7. This is called intersection with the y-axis. So what is the intersection? The slope is 1. That's why this line is parallel to this, and it will cross what? 0.7 here, and then finally at this point it will become 1. Right? So this is the 0.7 cut here, and that finally it will become 1. And after that again, what is the slope of this line? V in plus V in minus 0.7. So what is the slope again? 1, and that is the case. So this is the transfer curve. And which answer is correct then? which answer is correct then? Tell me. That is the first one. This is the V out, this is the V in. Between 0.3 to 0.7, that is 1. From this point to this point, already I have given, that is the slope, and from this point to this point, that is the V out minus 0.7. Okay, so no need to check each and every answer. Simply check between 0.3 to 0.7, because it is a MCQ. In only one answer, the value is what? 1. So no need to solve the complete question, right? And that is the MCQ. Okay, next question. Now next one. Yes. Now that is again one question on what current mirror circuit. Already I have given number of questions on current mirror circuit. It is a very, very important topic from MOSFET. Always there is one question. So this is a very one important question on PMOS and NMOS. And what is the question here? Now we have the 3 PMOS here. What is the answer, everyone? You got the hint about this question. This is the case. And this value is what? 1 milliampere. Now it make a current mirror circuit with 3 MOSFETs. That is the case. Now here we are having the NMOS and one resistor here. 2 kilo ohm. Right? No, this is what? 1 kilo ohm. And this is the NMOS, and that is connected to ground. Again, there is a one current mirror circuit. And that is connected here. Okay, and that is the diagram. And this is supply here, VDD. Okay, what is the current here? 1 milliampere it is given. Now, what is the W by L ratio? W by L ratio is 1. W by L aspect ratio, that is 10. And W by L for this one is 7 milliampere. 7, sorry. Now, my dear friend, what is the current through this MOSFET? The current through this MOSFET is 1 milliampere. So, what is the current through this MOSFET? Current through this MOSFET is very, just W by L ratio, na? So, if it is a 1, it is a 10. So, current through this will be 10 times. W by L of this is 10 times, and that's why the current will be 10 times. So, 10 milliampere, same current will pass through the 10 milliampere. These two MOSFET are connected in series, and that's why what is the current here? 10 milliampere. Okay. Now, this MOSFET and that MOSFET will make a current mirror circuit with the first one. That this is the first one, second one, third one, fourth, and fifth. So what is the current? This is the 7 times W by L as compared to this. That's why the current is 7 milliampere. Now, what is the current here? 10 milliampere. This diagram will make a current mirror circuit. But what is the ratio here? Take here, ratio is given as 5. W by L is equal to 5 and W by L is equal to 10. The ratio is just half, and that's why the current will be half. If it is the 10 milliampere, the current through this MOSFET will be 5 milliampere. It depends upon the W by L ratio, directly proportional to W by L ratio. And that's why this is the 5 milliampere. Now, apply the KCL. At this point, what is the current? 7 milliampere. What is the current here? 5 milliampere. And that's why what is the current here? 2 milliampere. Now, you can find the V0 or VL. What is the VL? 2 into 1 milli kilo ohm cancel, and that is what? 2 volt. So answer for this question is 2 volt. Right, guys? So this is about the 2 questions. Now I will continue. I will give you the idea about the next question. Sir, अब इस आंसर आ रहे हैं और इस आंसर लेंगे आपका सर्किट थ्योरी पर क्वेश्चंस. सर स्टार्ट.
हेलो एवरीवन. सो कैसा गया आप लोगों का एग्जाम? आई होप आपने अच्छा एग्जाम किया होगा. So now we are going to solve question from a network theory, guys, and if I'm not wrong, 4 to 5 questions are come from this particular subject, and question are simple. If you see, the 2 questions are from transient, 1 question is from the basic network analysis method. तो I feel कि question simple आए हैं. आप लोग मुझे बताओ कि आपको कैसा लगा कि network theory के questions कैसे हैं, right? So we are going to start with the first question. This is a transient question. This is a question based on a topic of transient. So quickly tell me what is the answer here. ओके बच्चों, एंड कोई डेटा में अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो वो भी बता देना मुझे. तो आई गेस हम ये वाला क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं फिर। सो क्वेश्चन क्या लिखा हुआ है, द स्विच S1 was closed and S2 was open for a long time. Okay, S1 is closed and S2 was open for a long time. Okay, fine. So if S1 is closed and S2 is open, so I can say at t equal to 0 minus, because first of all, always remember, for a question of transient, you need to find out the initial conditions. So first we are going to find out the initial condition. So S1 is closed, capacitor will behave like a open circuit. Okay, no problem. Inductor will behave like a short circuit. And what is S2? S2 was open. Okay, so there is an open circuit to represent S2. And then we have this. So we have 25 ohm, and here we have 100 ohm, and here we have 1 ampere. Okay, simple. So first we need to find out this current, which is IL0 minus. Also we need to find out this voltage, which is VC0 minus. Okay, now simply if you see, we can apply the current division rule here. Here we can apply the current division rule to find out IL0 minus. So what is IL0 minus? It will be equal to 1 multiplied by 25 divided by 100 plus 25. What I have done? Current division rule, nothing more than this. So 25 divided by 125, 1 by 5 are right? So it will be 0.2 ampere. Now if you talk about the VC0 minus, this is a voltage across 100 ohm. So बच्चों VC0 minus will be equal to 0.2 multiplied by 100, and tell me if my calculation is correct, it comes out to be 20 volt. Okay, so we have here what we have done, let me check one point. We have find out the initial conditions. Now according to a property of capacitor and inductor, I can say that IL0 plus is equal to IL0 minus is equal to what? 0.2 ampere. Okay sir. Then VC0 plus is equal to VC0 minus, it is equal to 20 volt, I guess. 20 volt. So we have our initial conditions here. Now we have to draw our circuit at t equal to 0 plus. है ना, सिंपल है ना। अब मुझे बताओ क्यों मुश्किल लगा आपको ये वाला क्वेश्चन। So now what will happen at t equal to 0 plus? Now at t equal to 0 plus, it is clearly mentioned that switch S1 is open, तो 1 ampere source तो वैसे ही हट जाएगा. S2 is closed. And now how will a capacitor look like? Capacitor will look like a voltage source like this. It is 20 volt. Okay. Then I have a resistor here. This switch has been closed and we have an inductor will behave like a current source. Here, let me check. Okay, and it is 25 ohm. It is 25 ohm and it comes out to be 25 ohms. Right. The current source value was 0.2 ampere. It was 20 volt, and because of short circuit, this resistor has no going to support here. Now, what we have to find out? According to question, we have to find out IC0 plus. Now, see the direction of IC here. See the direction of IC here. So, we need to find out here IC0 plus. Enough. So, first of all, you can find out the current I here. We have a voltage source of 20 volt and 25 ohm. So, what will be the I? I comes out to be 20 divided by 25. So, 0.8 ampere. है ना? Without this, 0.8 आ रहा है. Now, simply apply the KCL. So, if I simply apply the KCL here, you can see at this particular node. So, IC0 plus and IC0 plus 0.2 plus I is equal to 0. IC0 plus 0.2 plus 0.8 is equal to 0. And IC0 plus comes out to be minus 1 ampere. And if I am not wrong, minus 1 ampere आपके options में भी था. Yes or no? जल्दी से बताओ अब्दुल एंड जो बच्चे ऑनलाइन है कि माइनस 1 एम्पियर आपके ऑप्शंस में था बिकॉज इट वाज अ एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन. सॉरी, इट वाज अ एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन. सो माइनस 1 एम्पियर वाज इन योर ऑप्शंस और नॉट. ओके, सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. आई डोंट थिंक सो कि आपको ये क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट लगेगा. और आप देखोगे इलेक्ट्रिकल में भी ना सेम इसी कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है जिसमें सेकंड ऑर्डर सर्किट में t इक्वल टू 0 प्लस पे कुछ फाइंड करना था. तो मोर और लेस लेवल ऑफ नेटवर्क्स इन इलेक्ट्रिकल एंड ईसी आर सेम. Okay, now go to the next question. So again, a second question of transient. If I'm not wrong, दो क्वेश्चन आए थे ट्रांजिएंट के, 2 या 3 के आसपास कुछ क्वेश्चंस आए. So in this question they are asking the maximum magnitude of VR in voltage. So this is a VR, and if the question is correct, then the switch is opened at t equal to 0. So first of all, we will find out the initial condition. Always remember, transient का कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो, आपको initial condition सबसे पहले चाहिए. Without this, you cannot start the problem. So at t equal to 0 minus, the switch is closed, right? And inductor is short circuit. Okay, fine. Here we have 2 ohm. This is 1 ohm. Fine. And here we have 2 volts. Here we have 2 volts. Okay. Now we need to find out the initial condition, which is actually IL0 minus. Now because of short circuit, no current will pass through 2 ohm. So Ravi is saying, sir, 45 MCQ, sir, I found 4 MSQ only. Yes, beta, your data is correct. अब की बार आपके EC में ये एक अनप्रेसिडेंटेड चीज हुई है कि उन्होंने MCQs काफी ज्यादा दे दिए. ठीक है, अर्लियर जब MSQ वाला कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं था तो ऑलमोस्ट 50-50% आपका MCQ और नेट होता था, लेकिन इस बार MCQ काफी ज्यादा हुआ है, 45. So here, let's solve. What is IL0 minus? Understood. 2 ohm resistor के थ्रू कोई करंट पास नहीं होगा. It is short circuit. So 2 divided by 1 is equal to 2 ampere. Okay, fine. Now at t equal to 0 plus, what will happen? The switch has been opened. At t equal to 0 plus, the switch has been opened. Now one point you need to understand here, as soon as you open the switch, okay, this is an important point here. As soon as you open the switch, the inductor will now start to discharge. The inductor is now start to discharge. Okay, this is the important point कि जो इंडक्टर है आपका डिस्चार्ज होना स्टार्ट होगा. ठीक है, डिस्चार्ज होने का मतलब क्या है? इंडक्टर के अक्रॉस जब आपका करंट है वो डिक्रीज होना स्टार्ट होगा, जितना भी करंट उसने इनिशियली स्टोर किया हुआ है. तो हमें क्या फाइंड करना है? मैक्सिमम मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ VR. याद रखना मैग्नीट्यूड. सो यहां पर आप देख सकते हो 2 एम्पियर है, इट इज ओपन सर्किट, सो द कंप्लीट करंट विल पास थ्रू 2 ohm. So can I say what is the magnitude of VR? It is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 4 volt. Yes or no? यही आंसर आ रहा है? जल्दी से बताओ बच्चों, क्या यही आंसर आ रहा है? 4 वोल्ट ही आ रहा है. डेटा भी एक बार चेक कर लेना कि कुछ मिस्टेक ना हो इसके अंदर. ठीक है, बट जितना मैं स्टूडेंट से मिला हमें यही लगा कि यही है. ठीक है, कोई डाउट? नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. वेट अ सेक. नेक्स्ट. ओके, अच्छा, एक्चुअली इसका डायग्राम गलत है. मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन याद है, मैं आपको उसी से कर देता हूँ. रुको एक सेकंड. तो एक और क्वेश्चन आपका आया था क्वालिटी फैक्टर पे, एंड इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग बहुत ही इजी क्वेश्चन, बच्चों वाला क्वेश्चन था ये, क्वालिटी फैक्टर वाला. ठीक है, तो मैं लिख देता हूँ हमें क्या क्या गिवन था. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव गिवन, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन है आपका नेटवर्क से ही है. वी हैव गिवन अ सीरीज RLC सर्किट. ये हमारे गिवन था, सीरीज RLC सर्किट वाज गिवन. ठीक है, and we have given that quality factor is equal to 1000. Quality factor is equal to 1000. ठीक है, डेटा एक बार चेक कर लेना आप लोग बच्चों. 1000 and resonance frequency was given 10⁶ रेडियन पर सेकेंड. ठीक है, ये गिवन था और आपके पास कुछ 4 ऑप्शंस थे. यहाँ पर मैं एक बार ऑप्शंस भी लिख देता हूँ बिकॉज ऑप्शन से ही ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व होगा. तो मैं आपके लिए एक बार ऑप्शंस लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पर. So we have given this is LC. हमें एक्चुअली यहाँ पे LCR फाइंड करना था. So we have given 4 options. So it was 1 microhenry, 1 microfarad, and in all of these 4 options, the L and C values are same. It is 0.01 ohm, 0.001 ohms, 0.1 ohm, 1 ohm. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन कुछ इसी टाइप से था. Yes or no? क्या कह रहे हो आप? इसको सही सॉल्व किया बट आंसर मच टाइप किया तो 4 वोल्ट को. अच्छा, ओके. अच्छा, सबसे पहले बताओ क्वेश्चन यही था बच्चों, यस और नो? सो इस क्वेश्चन में आप देखो 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है बिकॉज कुछ है नहीं इस क्वेश्चन के अंदर. सही बताऊं तो यहां पर उन्होंने इंडक्टर एंड कैपेसिटर की वैल्यू हर ऑप्शन में आपको सेम दे रखी है ना. तो सिंपली हमें बस रेसिस्टर की वैल्यू निकालनी है. अब क्वालिटी फैक्टर का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है, 1/r√L/c, याद रखना सीरीज में है, ठीक है, 1/r√L/c। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन इट इज गिवन 1000। नाउ अगर आप बात करो इंडक्टर या कैपेसिटर की तो वो सेम ही है, 1/1 इक्वल टू 1000। तो यहां से रेसिस्टर आ गया हमारे पास 1/1000, so it is 0.001 ohms। बी ऑप्शन आ रहा है, यस और नो, बी ऑप्शन आ रहा है बच्चों, राइट, गुड गुड, है ना। एक क्वेश्चन और था मेरे पास, है ना, एक क्वेश्चन और करा दूं, बिकॉज इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग नेटवर्क के 5 क्वेश्चन आए, अभी तक हमारे पास 4 क्वेश्चन आ चुके हैं, वी हैव डन 3 क्वेश्चन, 1 क्वेश्चन और मैं करा रहा हूं, ठीक है। तो लेट्स सी, कोई डाउट इसमें किसी को, ठीक है, ओके। नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ओके, नेटवर्क का 4th क्वेश्चन हो रहा है बच्चों आपके लिए, ठीक है, नेटवर्क्स का 4th क्वेश्चन हो रहा है आपके लिए। एंड मुझे जल्दी से बताओ नेटवर्क्स आपको कैसा लगा एग्जाम में, उसका लेवल कैसा लगा, ठीक है। सो सिंपल मैं यहां पे सर्किट ड्रॉ करता हूं बच्चों आपके लिए, ये भी बच्चों वाला क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है, लड्डू क्वेश्चन। और इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन हमने विजन क्लास में, या अगर आपने मेरी ऐप क्लासेस ज्वाइन करी होगी तो उस ऐप क्लासेस में मैंने बहुत कराया आप लोगों को। इवन इसी वीक जितनी भी हमारी नेटवर्क क्लासेस हुई थी ऐप पर, वहां पे मैंने इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन डिस्कस भी किए थे। सो इट इज 1 मिली एम्पियर, ठीक है, इट इज 1 K, इट इज 200 ओम, ओके, इट इज 2 मिली एम्पियर, it is 2K, it is 2K, and here we have 2 volt, okay। So I guess question यही था, है ना, I guess question यही था, okay, let's see, let's solve this question। simple है, शायद 1 मार्क का भी हो सकता है ये। तो इसमें हमें वैल्यू ऑफ I निकालने हैं, मैं लिख देता हूं, we have to find the current I। तो इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के मल्टीपल मेथड है, ठीक है, इसको आप सॉल्व कर सकते हैं नोडल से, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है, इसको आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो यूजिंग सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑल्सो, ठीक है। तो नोडल से सॉल्व किया है, वेल डन, सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन सॉल्व किया है, वेल डन, बट आई एम गोइंग टू यूज हियर द सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मेथड। अच्छा मेथड है, देखो कैसे। सबसे पहले आप देखो ये जो आपके पास सोर्स दिया हुआ है, दिस इज अ वोल्टेज सोर्स, इसको मैं सबसे पहले ना करंट सोर्स में चेंज कर रहा हूं, इसको मैं सबसे पहले करंट सोर्स में चेंज करता हूं, ठीक है। आई होप आपको पता होगा सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कैसे लगाते हैं। सो इट विल बी 2 डिवाइड बाय 2 1 मिली एम्पियर, ठीक है, इट इज 2K, ठीक है, here also we have 2K, here also we have a 2K, एंड यहां पर हमारे पास है 2 मिली एम्पियर, 2 मिली एम्पियर। एंड बच्चों यहां पर भी मैं सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगा रहा हूं, यहां पर भी सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगा रहा हूं, इस करंट सोर्स को चेंज कर रहे हैं हम वोल्टेज सोर्स में, ठीक है। और आपके जो भी डाउट्स है मैं भी देख रहा हूं, अभी इस क्वेश्चन पे फोकस कर ले, फिर आपके जो भी डाउट्स है मैं अभी सॉल्व करता हूं। तो ये कितना हो गया, 1 वोल्ट हो गया, ये कितना हो गया, 1K हो गया, ठीक है, ये 200 है ना। एक बार वैल्यूज चेक कर लूं, 1 2 1 2, ठीक है। अब आप देखो ये जो दोनों करंट सोर्स हमारे पास 1 मिली एम्पियर और 2 मिली एम्पियर के, दोनों प्लस हो जाएंगे। एक बार मैं इसको पेन का कलर चेंज कर लूंगा, अगर आपको नहीं दिख रहा होगा तो ये 1 मिली एम्पियर और 2 मिली एम्पियर प्लस हो गए, इट कम्स आउट टू बी 3 मिली एम्पियर, इट कम्स आउट टू बी 3 मिली एम्पियर, है ना। 2K पैरेलल में, अगर ये दोनों पैरेलल में है तो इट कम्स आउट टू बी 1K, हियर आल्सो वी हैव 1K माइनस प्लस, so here we have 200 ohms, 1K, it is 1 volt 1K, है ना। अगेन मैं इसमें सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगा सकता हूं, कैसे, ये जो करंट सोर्स है इसको वोल्टेज सोर्स में चेंज करके, सिंपल सिंपल, है ना। एक सेकंड नोट्स, so now we can also apply the source transformation here। तो अगर हम यहाँ पे सोर्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगाएंगे तो इट कम्स आउट टू बी, लेट मी चेक, ये कितना हमारे पास 3 मिली एम्पियर 1K, तो 3 वोल्ट हो गया, 3 वोल्ट, हेयर वी हैव 1K, और यहां पे मैं भी देख लेता हूं क्या है, दिस इज 200 ओम्स, ठीक है। कैलकुलेशन में कुछ मिस्टेक लगे तो बता देना, ठीक है। 1K 1 volt. We have 1K and here also we have 1 volt. Okay, एक बार चेक और कर लेते हैं. सही है, पोलैरिटी वैल्यू सब सही है. वेल डन. सो अब हमें यहाँ पे आई फाइंड करना है. तो सिंपल केवीएल. तो आई कितना होगा 3 + 1 डिवाइड बाय 1 + 1 + 0.2. ठीक है, ये आपके पास ओम्स में है, इसको किलो ओम में चेंज कर दिया. तो 4 डिवाइड बाय 2.2. लेट मी यूज द कैलकुलेटर. कितना आ रहा है? So it comes out to be 1.82 milliampere. ठीक है, नहीं आ रहा आप लोगों का आंसर? Yes or no? 3 milliampere is the answer. यार पूछ रहे हो बच्चा. देखो बेटा, कैलकुलेशन से जो डेटा है हमारे पास उससे 1.82 मिलीएम्पियर आ रहा है. लेकिन अगर आपको कुछ डेटा अलग है तो मुझे बता दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं इसके अंदर. ठीक है. सो वी हैव सॉल्व 4 क्वेश्चंस ऑफ नेटवर्क थ्योरी एंड इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग 5 या 6 क्वेश्चन आए हुए हैं. अभी आगे आके और क्वेश्चन आएंगे. सो नेक्स्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग अ क्वेश्चन, अंकित सर इज कमिंग. सर कौन से सब्जेक्ट लेकर आ रहे हो? तो फॉर सिग्नल सिस्टम अंकित सर इज कमिंग. एंड बच्चों शेयर द सेशंस अमंग योर फ्रेंड्स सो दैट आपको सही कोई आंसर्स मिले, सबसे पहले मिले. आइए सर.
Hello students, so I hope you have all done good in the paper. Signals and system, decent number of questions है. कुछ questions जो memory based students से information मिला है. Let us discuss these questions. If input x of n having discrete time Fourier transform, so DTFT of x of n is given. This input is passed through an LTI system whose frequency response h of e raised to j omega is given, and we need to find out the output y of n. I am more comfortable in dealing with the z transform, so I am just writing these results in z format and then just finding out y of z. So students, if you just take down this is x of z. If I say x of z, then I need to replace, this is e raised to minus j omega. E raised to minus j omega. This is the notation. So students, this can be written as 1 minus z to the power minus 1 plus 2 times z to the power minus 3. This is in terms of z transform. Then h of e raised to j omega or I omega, this can be written as h of z. H of z will be 1 minus 1 by 2. So 1 will remain as it is. Then we have 1 by 2. E to the power minus 2j omega. This is z to the power minus 2. So it looks simple now. Students, z transform of the output, this will be simply the multiplication of x of z with h of z. Okay. So students, what we need to do, we will be multiplying these two expressions and then we'll be taking the inverse z transform. So I'll do that. X of z. This is x of z. When multiplied with 1, this all three terms will be repeated as it is. So 1 minus z to the power minus 1 plus 2 times z to the power minus 3. These terms are as it is. Then these three terms will be further multiplied with this second term. So 1 into minus 1 by 2. This is minus 1 by 2 z to the power minus 2. Then minus minus plus 1 by 2 z to the power minus 3. Okay. One more term is there. 2 and 2 gets cancelled, minus z to the power minus 5. What you need to do now? You need to just take the inverse z transform. So students, inverse z transform y of n. Inverse Z transform of 1 is delta n minus. Inverse Z transform of Z inverse is delta n minus 1. Then we have Z to the power minus 2 term. Its coefficient is minus 1 by 2 means minus 0.5 delta n minus 2. Yes. Then just add these two terms, as we are having two terms for Z to the power minus 3. So students, 2 and half will be 2 and half, that is 2.5, and inverse Z transform of Z to the power minus 3 will be delta n minus 3. And the last term minus inverse of Z to the power minus 5 delta n minus 5. So this should be your answer. Let us check which option matches. Delta n minus delta n minus 1 minus 0.5 delta n minus 2 plus 2.5 delta n minus 3 and minus delta n minus 5. So option A is the correct answer. Just have a look over this. Let's move to the next. Students, in this question, M of t be a band limited signal with bandwidth b. So what we are doing here, we are just assuming some shape. Its bandwidth is given as b. So minus b to plus b. Let us say amplitude is 1. So this is the spectrum for M of t. Okay. Then this signal M of t is, this is omega naught. This signal M of t is further multiplied with cos omega naught t. Cos omega naught t. So when this band limited signal is going to multiply with cosine term, then ultimately you will be getting, yes, band pass signal. So that band pass signal will be having two rectangular pulses centered around 10b, centered around omega naught, that is 10b. So 10b and minus 10b. So width is twice b. So we can say that it is 11b and this is 9b. This one will be minus 9b and this will be minus 11b. And amplitude will get halved. So now we can calculate the energy of this signal. This signal is, name is not given, let us say it is y of t, so y of omega. So energy of y of omega, Ey, this will be 1 by 2 pi times integration from 9b to 11b. Amplitude is 1 by 2, its square will be 1 by 4 d omega. And this further multiplied by 2 as we have two pulses here. So students, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, 1 upon 4 pi and 11b minus 9b. Yes, integration of 1 will be omega, 11b minus 9b will be 2b. 2 further cancelled, so b upon 2 pi. B upon 2 pi joules is the energy for this band limited signal. For this signal M of omega, they have given the energy is E. How to calculate this? This is 1 by 2 pi. Integration of 1 will be omega, upper limit minus lower limit will be 2b. So this is b by pi, b upon pi. B upon pi, b upon pi can be replaced by E. So this is E by 2. So ultimately energy for this y of t is E by 2, E by 2, E by 2. Option D is the correct answer. Yes, Ravi, good. So let's move to the next question. Next question, it looks like a signals and system question, but this is a simple complex equation, which is simple equation from basic mathematics. So omega raised to 4 is given as 16j. Let us treat this omega as a variable. So omega will be this omega will be 16j to the power 1 by 4, that is 2j to the power 1 by 4. And students, this j can be written as e raised to j pi by 2 raised to the power 1 by 4. By law of indices, e raised to j, pi by 2 and 1 by 4 gets multiplied. So this is the basic term we obtained. But what they are asking, which of the following cannot be? It means only one wrong option should be there. So 2 times e raised to j pi by 8. Pi by 8 means 22.5 degree. 22.5 degree. So students, if this is pi by 8, if this is pi by 8, then this could be the correct answer. This is the correct answer, but they are asking for which cannot be. 5 pi by 8. 5 pi by 8 means we are in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant also you will be getting the same answer. So this is also the correct answer. 2 pi by 8. So this is equivalent to pi by 4. This one is the wrong answer, which is actually our answer, because they are asking which cannot be the correct answer. Similarly, 2 times e raised to j 9 pi by 8. 9 pi by 8. So this is equivalent to just 5 pi by 8. So these three are the correct calculations for this omega value, but they are asking for which cannot be. So option C is the correct answer. Yes. So that's all from my side. I will be coming up with new set of questions. And now once again Ishan sir will be there.
So guys, we have already solved 4 questions of network theory. We have one more question. Okay, now we are going to solve 5th question of network theory. So tell me, how many questions were there? Wait a sec. So tell me, how many questions were there from network theory? I guess 5 questions. I'm going to solve the last one. Okay, this question is from 2-port network. This question is from the 2-port network, guys, and this question has been asked, I guess, 4 to 5 times in the last 10 years. Okay, the concept was very much pretty much same that has been asked in previous year. Also, the same type of question has been asked in electrical. So you can compare the network part of electrical and EC, that almost the difficulty level is same and the questions pattern are also same. Okay, so tell me what answer you got here. So क्वेश्चन सिंपल है, क्वेश्चन में बस थोड़ा कैलकुलेशन है, वैसे सिंपल है. क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला है कि 2 पोर्ट पैरामीटर दिया हुआ है हमें, y पैरामीटर, एंड we have to find out the load impedance. We have to find out the load impedance so that maximum power can be transferred. So simple, if I say according to maximum power transfer theorem, I can say the load impedance is equal to ZTH. So if I'm able to find out the ZTH here, then that will be the load impedance. Now ZTH के लिए क्या होता है? ZTH के लिए you have to short circuit the voltage source, है ना? So this voltage source will be short circuit, and here we have to find out the open circuit voltage and the current passed through it, which is I2. So simply, what is ZTH? ZTH will be V2 by I2 when your source voltage is 0. When your source voltage is 0, this will be the funda that we are going to use here. Now let's solve it. Let's quickly solve this question. So we have a y parameter. Let me see the question. I have a question here. So we have a y parameter which is 0.02 minus 0.01 minus 0.01 and 0.013. Okay. Now for ZTH, what will be the circuit diagram? For ZTH, your voltage source has been short circuit. We have a resistor here, then we have a 2-port network here in which the y parameter is given. This is 10 ohm, and here I'm going to apply a random voltage source of V2 from which the I2 is flowing. Okay, here we have plus minus V1 I1. So first of all, by applying the KVL here, I can simply write down what is V1. V1 is minus 10 times of I1. This is the equation number 1. Simple. KVL लगाया और कुछ नहीं. Okay. So by applying the KVL, we can write down V1 is equal to minus 10 times of I1. Now if I see from the y parameter equation, okay, y parameter में से हम लिख सकते हैं I1 is equal to 0.02 V1 minus 0.01 V2. Now I1 is equal to, अगर V1 की वैल्यू में से पुट करें 0.02 minus 10 times of I1 0.01 V2. So from here the I1 comes out to be how much? So directly लिख देते हम लोग 1.2 times of I1 is equal to minus 0.01 V2. Okay, this comes out to be equation number 2. ये हमारे पास equation number 2 हो गया, right? Now second we can write down equation from this particular row, है ना? So it will be I2 is equal to minus 0.01 V1 plus 0.013 V2, है ना? V1 क्या है? Let's see here. We can write down directly here that I2 is equal to minus 0.01, and from here V1 is minus 10 times of I1 minus 10 times of I1 plus 0.013 V2, है ना? But एक बात पे ध्यान रखना, you have to make sure one thing. What you need to find out? You need to find out the ratio of V2 and I2. Okay. Now after simplifying this equation, let me check. We can put here. Okay, I2 is equal to ये हो जाएगा मेरे पास 0.1. What is I1 here? I1 we already find out from equation number 2. It is 0.01 divided by 1.2 V2 plus 0.013 V2, है ना? इक्वेशन समझ में आ रही है? कहां से आई है जल्दी से बताओ बच्चों. हैव यू गॉट की इक्वेशन कहां से आई है? एक बार फिर से क्विकली आपको बता देता हूं. सबसे पहले हमने ये वाली इक्वेशन निकाल ली, दिस वन, ठीक है. देन सेकंड रो से वी हैव फाइंड आउट दिस इक्वेशन. V1 की वैल्यू वी हैव पुट फ्रॉम इक्वेशन नंबर 1. देन आफ्टर दैट I1 वैल्यू वी हैव पुट फ्रॉम इक्वेशन नंबर 2. So finally we got the equation in V2 and I2, जो last equation आपके पास आई है. Now from here we can find out what is ZTH. ZTH is a ratio of V2 divided by I2, which is equal to 1 divided by, यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है, यहाँ पर मैं लिख देता हूँ, इसको सॉल्व करके आ रहा है आपके पास I2 is equal to 0.012 V2, है ना? So here I am getting 1.0.012. It comes out to be 82.19 ohms. इतने आंसर आप लोगों का? Yes or no? जल्दी से बताओ. So when we have a ZTH here, so according to maximum power transfer theorem, ZL is equal to ZTH. It comes out to be 82.19 ohms. So this is the answer from the last question of network theory. So I hope we have solved all the question of network theory. 5 questions I were. 82.19 आ रहा है. Zain, एक बार चेक कर लेना कैलकुलेशन और डेटा वी हैव. ओके, so we have solved 5 to 6 questions from a network theory. Now Rakesh sir will come and solve the remaining question.
Okay, so we have guys, some questions of aptitude and some questions of control systems. Okay, control systems, actually there are only 4 questions only. This one? Okay, chalo, great. Yes guys, so how was your paper? How was your paper? Tell me. So guys, aptitude probably क्या मतलब, इससे ज्यादा aptitude ने आसान अभी तक नहीं देखा. Very easy aptitude, very easy aptitude levels. Electronic students have got a benefit. Yes guys, so how many rectangles? See, morning electrical, same question came, same diagram came, but they asked how many triangles. This is how many rectangles. Now the very simple approach. Okay, I feel that, don't worry, let's complete and then count the total number of marks. So how many rectangles are there? Number 1, इसके लिए एक simple सी बात करेंगे. Yes guys, what is your opinion? What is your option? If I take this as a 2x2 square grid, इसको हम 2x2 square grid ले सकते हैं क्या? If you take it as a 2x2 grid, जो internal आपको दिख रही है, then how many rectangles are there in a 2x2 grid? Okay, 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 okay. 8, 9, 10. Three options I am able to see, 8, 9 or 10. So chalo, let us clear that confusion. So if I have a 2 cross 2 grid, how many rectangles are there in a 2 cross 2 grid? Tell me. How many rectangles can you observe in a 2 cross 2 grid? If you want, you can count also. If you want, you can count also. If you want, you can count also. Okay. Yes. So how many? It is summation from 1 to 2. Summation from 1 to 2. That is equal to 9. This is what I have taught you in the permutation and combination. Right. Other than that, there is a big rectangle. Right. There is a big rectangle. Answer is 10. And it's a 2 marks question. Answer is 10. Answer is 10, 10, 10. Some of you are coming up with 8. No, the answer is 10. Even if you have counted, na chalo, for those who have counted, I'll tell you how you have counted this. Even if you have relied on counting, na. So dekho chalo. Ye to, dekho, the bigger one. Okay, that is the 10th one. Now look into this, everybody. 1. Chalo, theek hai. Isko hata dete hain then. Okay. Now, if you are relying on counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Clear? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 8. 8 plus ye small lala 9 plus the larger one 10. Anyways, the answer is 10. Whatever method you apply, whether you apply permutation, combination, or whether you apply direct, it's going to be 10. It's a 1 mark question. Okay, so then we'll make a correction here. That is, I was so surprised how it could be 2 marks. I was so surprised. So let's make it 1 mark. Yes, guys, if there is any connection in the marks, I was really surprised. I was laughing at us कि ये 2 marks का कैसे हो गया. Okay, but no problem. Even though for 1 mark also it is very simple. चलते हैं next question की तरफ. Okay, चलते हैं for the next question here. The next one is, okay, now there is a Venn diagram question as expected. So guys, in this Venn diagram, first correct me 2 marks का है कि नहीं है. In a class of 100 students, there are 30 students who neither like romantic movies nor comedy movies. ठीक है. Number of students who like romantic movies, twice the number of students who like comedy movies, and the number of students who like both the types of movies is equal to the 20. How many in the class like the romantic movies? Okay. ठीक है. 60 and 2 marks. Chalo, great. Answer is 60. Very simple. In a class of 100 students, na, so my sample space is 100 students, and out of which there are only 2 categories to be considered. One is known as the romantic movies, one is known as the comedy movies. There are 30 who like neither comedy nor romantic. So जो बाहर होंगे दोनों circle के, that is the 30. Okay. And now let's say X is only romantic, Y is only comedy, and intersection. The number of students who like both romantic and comedy, that is 20. That is already fitted here. So if I take up a very simple case now, dekho, what is the story? The sum of all should be 100. X plus 20 plus Y plus 30. This is total 100 students. Okay. So what is X plus Y? That is 50. That is one case. X plus Y 50 hoga. Second, the number of students who like romantic movie is twice that of comedy. So how many are there in romantic? Only romantic plus common wala. This should be twice of Y plus 20. Right. So X plus 20 is equal to 2Y plus 40, or X is equal to 2Y. Y can be 50 minus X plus 20. So यहाँ से solve करेंगे. X is equal to 40 आ जाएगा. Correct. 120 by 3. X is the 40. But how many like romantic movies? So how many within the romantic? 20 plus X. And what is X? 40. So answer should be the 60. Answer should be the 60. Answer should be the A, dear. Tell me answer A hai ki nahi? Yes. Answer is the A, guys, and keep liking. Guys, we are around 200 live and not even a century of likes. Guys, what is this level of motivation? Okay. What is this level of motivation? What is this level of motivation, guys? Tell me, guys. We have not even touched the century of likes. Do like the session, share the session. Chalte hain next question ki taraf. Okay. And what is the, oh my God, but I can't believe again. Guys, again, you have to correct me. 2 marks hai, 1 mark hai. What is the smallest number with distinct digit whose digits add up to 45? Whose digits add up to 45? 1 mark or 2 mark? Come on. I think 1 mark hona chahiye. Maybe information galat aa gaya hai. Tell me 1 or 2 marks. 1 mark. Chalo, great. So we'll correct this. 1 mark. Great. Now, dear, look how simple this can be and how this can be the simple. How this can be the simple. Dekho. Distinct digits. Okay, distinct digits. So this is not a number with distinct digits. 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is not a number with distinct digits. Baba, itna simple kar diya. Now all of these have distinct digits and summation 1 to 9 is 45. All are digits same. Okay, but what is the smallest number? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये है 6, ये है 7. यहां distinguish हो रहा है. तो बाबा 6 is less than 7. Option number B is correct. Both will add up to 45. Again, guys, even 1 mark chodo, even if it is half marks, it is bonus for you. No logic, no thinking to be applied. Straightforward marks you get. Straightforward marks you get. And with this, let's go to the next question then. What is the next question? Okay. 100 centimeter cross 32 centimeter. ठीक है, अब बोल देना ये 1 मार्क है कि नहीं. 100 centimeter cross 32 centimeter rectangular sheet is folded 5 times and each time the sheet is folded the long edge aligns with the opposite side. Guys, if you had tried this one fold even with your scribble pad, you will understand what the answer is. Okay, confirm me 1 mark or 2 mark. Chalo, 32 or 31. 32 or 31. Some of you say 32, some of you are telling 31. ये एक rectangular sheet आपको दिख रहा है. Okay, what you have to do is, each time the sheet is folded, the long edge aligns with the opposite side. This is the long edge, right? It should align with the opposite side. Scribble pad आपके पास भी था ना, थोड़ा बहुत तो करके देख सकते थे. When you fold it for the ones, you will get a single crease. Question में last में क्या पूछा है? The total number of creases visible when you do this 5 times. Okay, अच्छा, why the last size is 100 cross 1? Simple reason है, 32 है and you fold it 5 times, so every time the size becomes half ना. भाई ये है 32. When I give one fold 16, when I give another fold 8. Okay, so this dimension is reducing, length is not reducing, so reduce half 5 times, right? So it's divide by 2 power 5 actually ना, divide by 2 power 5, 32 upon 2 power 5 1 हो जाएगा. ठीक है, चलो ये तो हो गया one fold. When I fold it again, dear, when I fold this again, okay, how many creases are now developed? Guys, central one तो अभी भी है, but two more, right? 2 more. पूरा fold नहीं करेंगे, but 2 more. अब देखना, if I just do it one more time ना, guys, one more time, you will be confident about the answer. If I do it one more time, क्या pattern बन रहा है, right? These two are also there. Okay, 4 more. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 2 in the bottom. 4 more, right? 4 more. है कि नहीं? So what is the pattern? ठीक है, scribble pad से भी क्या होगा, but इससे ज्यादा नहीं करना. Using scribble pad here is good, but not beyond it, because you are getting every time the number of creases that is getting added is double of the previous. So next will be 2 power 3, next will be 2 power 4. ये GP है, you can apply the GP formula, or no need to apply GP formula also. It's a addition, very simple addition. 16 and 8, 24, then 28 and 30 and 31. Actually, this question can be a spatial aptitude question. This is what is a category of spatial aptitude. 31 है क्या? C is the correct answer. Many one of you have marked 31 only. Confirm me, guys, 1 mark or 2 mark? I have got 1 mark, but आप लोग कुछ corrections बता रहे हैं. तो 1 mark or 2 mark, guys, and come on, let's make it 300 live. Share it all across. Okay, 1 mark or 2 mark? 1 mark or 2 mark? Tell me. फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं. 1 mark only? चलो, fantastic. Because simple है. अच्छा, प्रोफेसर को ही पता होगा, ये लोग smart है. They have scribble pad. Only thing is they have tested your smartness कि वहां पे आप ये आइडिया लगा पाते हो कि नहीं. Okay, so guys, next question की तरफ आते हैं. Okay, अच्छा, wait. These were 4 aptitude questions ना. Okay, before we go to control system question, one more aptitude question I have that is not typed. उसको directly कर लेते हैं. Okay, one more aptitude question is there. Let us finish that and then we will go to the control system questions. Okay, now guys, by chance, as a matter of luck, you watched the morning electrical analysis. There was a question absolutely related to that, like the triangle rectangle question related to that. One question very related to it. There is a graph given. Aptitude में there is a graph given. If you followed the electrical analysis by chance, जरूरी नहीं था उसका देखना क्योंकि आप अपने पेपर में बिजी थे. But there is some graph given. And which of the options describes this particular graph? Option number A है x2 की power minus x. Option number B is x square e 2 की power minus mod x. Option number C has to be modulus of x 2 raised to the power minus x, and option number D, x 2 raised to the power minus mod x. Only difference with respect to the electrical paper. Only difference with respect to the electrical paper. In the electrical jo graph tha, this was something like this. It was an odd function. It was an odd function. It was an odd function. Okay. It was an odd function. What is this type of function? This function has even symmetry because the picture on the right and the picture on the left are identical. Mirror image of each other. You can call this as the mirror. Clear? So it has to be even symmetric function, and because it is even symmetric, you have to choose an option which satisfies. Morning में भी इसी approach से question किया था. Okay, you have to satisfy which has f of minus x equal to fx. That is even symmetry. So guys, 2 power minus x is not even symmetric, but when you apply mod, okay, that becomes even, and x square is even. Option number B. X square 2 power minus mod x b, as many of you are telling. Okay, yeah, that is what electrical के लिए odd था. तो guys इसके मुझे marks बता दो एक बार. This was for how many marks? Do you remember? This was the question for how many marks? This was the question for how many marks? Tell me, then we will go to the next. Quickly, jaldi se, tezi se. Anybody? 1 mark? 2 mark? 1 or 2? Arey guys, I think you have forgotten. Some say 2, some say 1. Be sure. Acha, many are telling 2, so I will go with the majority 2 marks. Then I believe it is a simple 1 to 2 marks. Acha, mentality socho. Why they would have kept it for 2 marks? Because they may think that, okay, you may start checking the points. Yeah, you may think, what is the graph of x? What is the graph of 2 power minus x? Multiply both. X is linear. 2 power minus x is exponential. Multiplying both. Itna time kiya to ye 2 nahi hai, to 4 marks jaisa question time le jayega. But what they, why this is tricky, because you can apply the even and odd symmetry property. ठीक है? Even and odd symmetry property. बहुत बढ़िया. So उससे easily हो गया. Now let us go to the next question. एक बार refresh करते हैं. 20 second. All right. Here it is. Control systems, dear. Here it is the control systems. Tell me. RS and DS are 2 inputs. The output YS is expressed as G1R plus G2D. Okay, full stop. What is G1 and G2? Very simple question. What is the G1 and G2? Acha. Now, if you want, you can apply superposition. If you want, dear, you can apply superposition. Okay. If you want, one more question is there. Acha, COVID related. Maybe I have not seen that, Shrikant, till now. If I get that, I will come back again. Okay, chalo guys, so please listen to this, that you can apply superposition because there are 2 inputs. But I don't want to apply superposition. Remember guys, in the morning session, electrical also, there was a block diagram question. I solved it by equation. Okay, or if you have seen any of the YouTube or vision courses that we have, if I told you many times, if there is a simple block diagram, write down the equation. Koi method क्यों apply करना? Write down the method, write down the equation. Can I have a simple equation for this? So that is the output getting subtracted from the input. This is R minus Y. यहाँ पे D add करेंगे. So what is this? D added with R minus Y plus नीचे से क्या रहा है? Negative feedback. तो minus HY. Then when you multiply this by G, you get the output Y. आपका आंसर यही फिनिश हो जाएगा. तो Y is G multiplied by D plus R minus Y minus HY. इसके मुझे मार्क्स बता देंगे स्टूडेंट्स आप लोग. Right. So bringing Y terms on one side to Y, 1 plus G plus GH is equal to GD. Right. GD plus GR. Perfect है. So what is the value of Y? It is G upon 1 plus G plus GH multiplied by R, and G again divided by 1 plus G plus GH multiplied by D. This becomes your G1. Options available nahi, but it was a MCQ question only. Okay, it is the G1 and this becomes the G2. This becomes the D ko sa G2 hai na. So G1, G2 both are actually equal. 2 marks. Oh my god, this is 2 marks. Very easy for control system. Then I think out of 4, I have got 3 control system question. 4th abhi mila rahi hai. If you have the 4th question, you will share it to me. Total 4 control system questions is the information I have got. 3 is available. 1 is the block diagram. Very fundamental. 2 marks question. Let us go to the next. Next yahan pe available nahi hai. I will type down the next question here. So what is the next question, guys? Just a moment. Yeah, guys, direct formula. अगर आपने class देखी, you can prove that also. But if you have followed the classes, now this is a direct question. Okay, question is again control. Marks आप मुझे बता देंगे. 1 mark, I think. According to my data, this is 1 mark. Okay, there is an open loop transfer function given to you. GSHS is equal to K upon S 1 plus ST1 multiplied by the 1 plus ST2. Okay, where K, T1, T2 are all positive. K and the T1 and the T2 are all positive. Okay, what is the phase crossover frequency? What is the phase crossover frequency? 1 upon T2 root T1, 1 upon T1 T2, 1 upon T1 root T2, 1 upon root T1 T2. Tell me, dear. Tell me. This is 1 mark, na? Chalo, बढ़िया. Mux question from distal. Distal अभी मैंने start नहीं किया है. I have completed control. Now we'll come back with distal also. Tell me, guys. Tell me. देखो. This is the direct formula. Why this is the direct formula? Because you look into the GATE, you look into the ESE, PYQs. This is one of the common open loop transfer function given even in the Bode plot question, even in the polar plot question, even in the phase crossover frequency question. And the direct formula for this one is 1 upon under root of T1, T2. 1 upon under root T1, T2. नहीं याद हुआ और sir direct नहीं करना है. Then if you take out the angle expression ना, this is going to be 1 upon j omega. तो j omega phase denominator है minus 90. Then next is going to be the tan inverse omega t1 and next is going to be the tan inverse of omega t2. Clear है? Right. And what you have to do, you have to equate this to minus 180 degree so that you will say that tan inverse of omega t1 plus omega t2, tan inverse a plus b upon 1 minus ab. Okay, this is total equal to 90 degree. That means now tan 90 is infinity, and infinity you will get if the denominator of this expression is 0. Okay, so 1 minus omega p square t1 t2 0. So what is the omega p is 1 upon root t1 t2. But I think if you have really practiced control system, for this it should be the direct formula. Okay, direct formula, or this is the method. Okay, or this is the method in case formula you did not strike and nahi padha hai, to fundamental at least you must have studied na what is phase crossover frequency. Okay, all right Ravi, great guys, great. So chalo, that's it. This is the third question of control systems. Now I'm bringing you now the third question of control systems. Okay, let me take up the question again simple, right? Again simple. A closed loop system is shown below. Okay, I'll directly draw the system. I'll directly draw the diagram for you. K upon the S plus 2. So good thing is it is unity feedback given to you. This is the input RS. Okay. Given that, okay, question is what is the steady state error? What is the steady state error due to? What is the steady state error due to unit ramp to nahi hai, but due to the ramp input. Due to the ramp input, R of S is equal to alpha by S square is okay, that is alpha divided by 4k. Option number B is alpha divided by k. Option number C is alpha divided by 2k, and option number D is 2 alpha by k. Acha, given that alpha is greater than 0, k is greater than 0. Ye mentioned hai, and according to my sources, this is a NAT type question for 2 marks. This one is a NAT type question for the 2 marks. This one is a NAT type question for 2 marks. Tell me, dear, what is the answer for this one? NAT 2 marks. If there is a correction in the marks, please let me know. 5 questions. Dodge, I got the information 4 from control system. No problem. You are there in my telegram. Please share the questions in the telegram if you remember, guys, because this is all memory based. So you also help us in getting the questions. We will come live and discuss. Arey, sorry. By mistake, NAT I have written. दिख रहा है ना, तो MCQ है. MCQ 2 marks. 2 marks correct है ना? चलो बढ़िया. Okay. So guys, it's a unity feedback case. It's a unity feedback case है ना, तो directly we can apply the coefficient method. What is the, because the ramp input है ना, so velocity error coefficient. What is the velocity error coefficient? Limit s tending to 0, s into gs. Right, so that will become, dear, limit s tending to 0, s into k divided by s plus 2. So this is directly k by 2. Acha dear, if the input is unit ramp, okay, what is the input? Is it unit ramp? Input is कहाँ गया? Alpha by s square. मतलब if you want to talk, it is alpha. 1 upon s square is TUT. So in the time domain, it is alpha into TUT. Now the coefficient method says that the steady state error due to ramp input is 1 by kV. Due to unit ramp input is 1 by kV. Due to TUT is 1 by kV. But because it's a linear system at the end of the day, if alpha is multiplied to the input, it is also multiplied to output and finally multiplied to the error also. So answer is alpha divided by kV. And sir, kV is k by 2. So the final answer is 2 alpha divided by k. 2 alpha divided by k. D आ रहा है, चेक कर लीजिए एक बार dear. 2 alpha by k. Correct है? 1 from state space. Yeah, maybe that is diagram based. That is why I have not received dodge. If you have, please share it in the telegram. Okay. Chalo guys. Okay dear. So sir, what is that you have now?
Analog, sir. Analog and EDC.
Analog and EDC. Core coming up.
One question from analog and 2 questions from EDC. Right,
So
guys?
core coming up, guys. Stay updated and keep sharing the session and let's target a double century of likes. Yes. Aag laga dete ekdam. It should be like T20. Guys, it is happening. I know you are tired after giving the exam. Okay. But chalo yaar, टेस्ट मैच जैसा तो मत खेलो, T20 भी हटा दो. लेट्स मेक इट एटलीस्ट वन डे इंटरनेशनल. इतना स्पीड रखेंगे. नाउ संजय सर इज देयर.
अब बिल्कुल भाई आ जाओ, आप कुछ अच्छे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते. दैट इज व्हाट ऑपरेशनल एम्पलीफायर. तो व्हाट इज द आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन गाइस? अरे एक बार हार्ड वगैरह सब भेज दीजिए भाई. कहाँ हो आप लोग? पूरी एनर्जी के साथ आ जाओ. ये तो बना होगा क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन? R2 R1, that is what inverting operational amplifier. This is the non-inverting operational amplifier. And similar type of question we have solved just 2 to 3 days before exam. Yes or no? And we have solved this question, right? Now, to solve this question, directly on the diagram we can solve because it is a inverting operational amplifier. It is a non-inverting operational amplifier, and it is what's inverting summer. So what is the output at this point? This will become minus R2 by R1 into Vin. Minus R2 by R1 into Vin. This is the non-inverting operational amplifier. This is Vin is connected here. And that's why this output will become 1 plus R2 by R1 into Vin. Right? Now finally, what is the output here? And then we can find V out by Vin. Means output will be in terms of what? Vin. Output will be in terms of Vin. So everyone, please give me the answer. Yes, Ravi Shankar. What is your answer? Right, guys. Now, simply, it is a inverting summer. That's why we can write V out is equal to minus R4 by R3. R4 by R3 into this answer. Minus R2 by R1 into Vin minus R4 by R3 into 1 plus R2 by R1 into Vin. Right. Now, this R4 by, try to understand this, we can take R4 by R3 common, and then R2 by R1 Vin and R2 by R1 Vin will cancel out. And my dear friends, we can take R4 by R3 Vin common, and that's why V naught by Vin will become will become minus R4 by R3, and that is the answer for this question. So how many students? Yes, that is the right answer. C. Very easy question. Very, very easy question. That is the multiple choice question, 1 mark question. Yes. Okay then. Next one. So this is an inverting operational amplifier. That is the non-inverting operational amplifier, and it is a inverting summer. Okay then. Next question. Yes. Now this is a question from what electronic devices and circuit EDC. Please read this question and what is the answer? It is a numerical answer type question, right guys? NAT. Now in external semiconductor, the whole concentration is given by 1.5 times of Ni. What is the Ni? Intrinsic carrier concentration. And then of 1 into 10 raised to power 10. Ni is also given in the question, 1 into 10 to the power 10 per centimeter cube. The ratio of the electron to hole mobility for equal hole and electron drift current is given as. So what is the drift current density? Drift current density J is equal to I by A is equal to, for electron it is given by NQ mu n, and for hole it is given by PQ mu P into E, that is nothing but sigma E, and where E is the electric field. Now what is here? The ratio of the electron to hole mobility, and then electric field will remain same, Q will remain same. You have to find the ratio between mu n and mu p. Then what is the concentration of electron and what is the concentration of hole? So here the concentration of hole is given as 1.5 Ni. So what is the concentration of electron? According to mass action law, Ni square by P. That will become Ni square by 1.5 Ni. And that is nothing but Ni divided by 1.5. Ni divided by 1.5, that is the concentration of electron, right? Now what is the Jn by, right, these currents are equal, so Jn by Jp will become 1. Jn by Jp is nothing but drift current due to electron divided by drift current due to hole, that is equal to N by P, to mu n by mu P. Electric field is cancelled out, right? This is cancelled out, Q is cancelled out, and that is the ratio. And this, what is the ratio? The equal drift and hole current, and that's why what is the mu n by mu P? Mu n by mu P will become P by N. And what is the P? 1.5 Ni, and what is the N? Ni divided by 1.5, that will become 2.25. 2.25 is the answer for this question. How many students? Yes, Kishan Kumar, you got the 2.25? Yes, that is the answer, 2.25 for this one. And my dear friend, that is, what is the mobility of electron? Mobility of electron is always greater than mobility of holes, 2 to 3 times. So we are getting the answer in the range of what? 2 to 3 times. That is the ratio of electron mobility to hole mobility. So in this way we can cross check. Agar galat answer aa raha hai, less than 1 aa raha hai, means what? That is wrong, because it should be between 2 and 3. Right guys? Now next one. Next question. That is a question from EDC. Again, very, very easy one. Right. No. So next one. Next. Yes. 1 minute. No, next. Last was significant. Okay. Now next one, this one. Again, that is a one question, and then I will solve the other questions. First of all, in a semiconductor, if the Fermi energy level lies in the conduction band, then the semiconductor is known as. Again, very, very, very easy question. What is the answer for this question? Ravi Shankar, I am very tensed. Why? Now we have other opportunities, guys. Don't worry. Abhi thodi der mein we will discuss the cutoff marks and what about the maximum marks. Don't worry about that. Okay. Then what is this? What is the answer? A very simple question. In a semiconductor, if the Fermi level lies in the conduction band, means this one. Fermi level lies here. This is the Fermi level, EFN, we are saying, and this is the conduction band. It is the lowest energy level of the conduction band, and this is the EV. This is called valence band, and that is called what? Conduction band. So two questions on this diagram. Now I will discuss the next question. Then this one, if it is lies, means the doping is very, very high, especially in case of what? Like tunnel diode. Again, tunnel diode, we are having the very high doping. So that is the degenerative N type. Because it is in conduction band, it is a degenerative N type semiconductor. So what are the options? Non-degenerative, degenerative P type, non-degenerative N type. So the answer for this question is A. Answer for this question is what? A. अब आपके फेवरेट आ गए हैं हमारे साथ अंकित जोशी सर डिस्कस करने वाले हैं सम इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूमेरिकल्स, राइट गाइस. तो अगेन आई विल टेक सम क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम एनालॉग एंड व्हाट फ्रॉम ईडीसी. सर अंकित सर.
Thank you, Sanjay sir. So students, I am once again here with some questions of signals and engineering maths. Yes. So this is a very simple question. The Fourier transform of x of t. The Fourier transform of x of t equal to e raised to minus t square. Students, a Gaussian pulse is given. We know that the Fourier transform of a Gaussian pulse is also a Gaussian pulse. So we are having the standard formula e to the power minus at square. If this is the Gaussian pulse, the Fourier transform is root of pi upon a e to the power minus omega square upon 4a. And if you compare the given signal, value of a is 1. So put a equal to 1. Put a equal to 1 on the left hand side, you will get the required signal. So it's CTFT, continuous time Fourier transform. Yes, root pi by 1 will be root pi e to the power minus omega square upon 4, because the value of a is 1. So we can clearly say that option A is the correct answer. Very simple question. Let's move to the next. Yes. So many times in our classes we have discussed the nature of signal in time domain and the corresponding nature of the spectrum. So students, always remember a mapping that in any domain, if the signal is continuous, it will change to aperiodic when the domain changes. Similarly, aperiodic changes to continuous. If your signal is discrete in one domain, then in frequency domain it will turn to periodic. Whereas if you have a periodic signal in one domain, it will be converted to discrete in the frequency domain. So this mapping is called as the duality table. Duality table. I usually discuss this in the very first class of Fourier transform in our vision batches. Yes. So students, see the signal here, continuous and aperiodic. So continuous will change to aperiodic, and aperiodic, continuous will change to aperiodic, and aperiodic will change to continuous. So in frequency domain, this signal will be converted to what? Continuous and aperiodic. So A. So 1A. Continuous and periodic. Periodic changes to discrete, continuous changes to aperiodic. So discrete and aperiodic, discrete and aperiodic, discrete and aperiodic. So this is for second. So 1A 2C, 1A 2C, 1A 2C, 1A 2C is given in two options, B and C. Let's move to the third case. Discrete changes to periodic and aperiodic changes to continuous. So continuous and periodic, B, third B, 1A 2C 3B, 1A 2C 3B. So obviously the fourth should be D. Discrete changes to periodic, periodic changes to discrete. So discrete and periodic, yes. So students, 1A, 2C, 3B and 4D. Option C is the correct answer. How many of you got this correct? Very simple, very simple. This is ACBD. ACBD, yes, Ravi Shankar, very good. So students, you can realize that we have already covered this in our classes. So let's move to a question. Yes, Satvika, very nice. You all have done it correct. Yes, so this is a question from contour integration. Students, two major parts are here. Two very important parts are here. First, you should know how to plot this circle. And then, which particular pole is lying inside the circle, that will be your singular point. calculate the residue corresponding to that, and finally you can apply the Cauchy's residue theorem. So students, if you observe this, I need space. Just a moment, students. Yeah, so okay. So students, let's solve this. I'll just note down the equation here once again. So we have the circle's equation as mod of z plus 1 minus 3 by 2 j or I, whatever you write, and this is equal to 1. So students, let us interpret this circle. So z can be written as x plus iy. So x plus 1, these are the real parts, and iy and minus 3 by 2 I, so I is taken common, y minus 3 by 2, take its mod. Its mod means square root. Once you square it, what you will get? You will get x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 3 by 2 whole square equal to 1. So students, we have got a circle whose center is at minus 1 comma 3 by 2, and radius is 1 unit. So minus 1 comma 3 by 2, minus 1 comma 3 by 2. So this is our real axis, this is imaginary axis, and just a moment, eraser. So we are having a circle here. This circle is having center at minus 1 comma 3 by 2. Minus 1 comma 3 by 2. Okay, sir. Center is at minus 1 comma 3 by 2. Radius is 1 unit. So of course this height will be 5 by 2, and this height will be 1 by 2. Students, we have our function as z plus 2 upon z square plus 2z plus 2. So z plus 2 upon z square plus 2z plus 2, if you just divide the numerator to 0, you will be getting the poles. So students, z square plus 2z plus 2, when this will be equated to 0, that is the denominator of the given integrand function, if this is equated to 0, the pole positions are minus 1 plus minus I. So minus 1 plus I will be a point somewhere here. Minus 1 plus I will be a point somewhere here. And minus 1 minus I will be a point outside it. So minus 1 plus I will be the singular point. So we are going to calculate the residue for this minus 1 plus I. Okay. So residue for minus 1 plus I R. Students, residue, so limit z tending to the singular point position minus 1 plus I, then z minus this value, z minus minus 1 plus I, and multiplied by the given function, and given function is given function is z plus 2. Yeah, I'm just checking the function. So z plus 2, z plus 2, z plus 2. And what about the denominator? So students, this denominator is z square plus 2z plus 2. You can factorize this. So z minus 1 plus I, one factor, z minus -1 minus I, another factor. So you can clearly see here that one factor is striked out here. You can cancel this. Now in the remaining term you have to put -1 plus I. So -1 plus I plus 2, -1 plus I plus 2 will be 1 plus I. And see here, -1 plus I, sorry, this is already cancelled. -1 plus I and +1 plus I. Okay, so -1 plus 1 cancelled, and I gets 2I. So this is the residue value. So integration, the given integration is 2 pi I times the sum of the residues. 2 pi I times the sum of the residues. 2 pi I times the sum of the residues. And residue calculated is 1 plus I upon 2I. 2I gets cancelled. So ultimately pi times 1 plus I, this should be our final answer for the integration. Z plus 2, Z square plus 2Z plus 2 dz. This is in accordance with Cauchy's residue theorem. Yes. So students, how many of you got this? Yeah. So students, I will be requiring your response. I have got a contour integration where direction is not mentioned. So I have got a question, memory based question, where nothing is mentioned regarding the diagram, and that's why I followed counterclockwise, because yes. So even Amit Kesari is also mentioning. Thank you, Amit. Yes, anti-clockwise direction means by default it will be positive. If by chance, if it is clockwise, in that case you can take it to be negative. But nothing is mentioned, then follow anti-clockwise, or if it is explicitly mentioned anti-clockwise, follow anti-clockwise. Okay. So students, how do you find this question? Come on, respond fast. How many of you got this answer? Yes, Ravi, will be coming up with this question also. Thank you, GATE first student. Thank you. Dodge King is mentioning clockwise. Anyways, if it is clockwise, in that case your answer should be followed by minus sign. If it is anti-clockwise, take it as plus sign. Okay, because we have not got the paper yet. We have got these questions from our student source. Some of the students have given us this information based on their memory. So the question may be little bit correction may be there, but I already told you, if it is anti-clockwise, answer should be pi times 1 plus I. If it is clockwise, then it should be minus pi times 1 plus I. So for believing that anti-clockwise is there, we followed this particular answer. Yes, come on. So students, we have got decent number of questions from engineering maths. We have got decent questions from what we say signals and system, and the level of paper is not that easy as per my opinion. I believe that the paper is between moderate to difficult, Yes, but again we can say that the conventional questions are there, regular questions are there. Yes, Ravi is mentioning, sir, really hard 45 questions to digest. Yes, So MCQ 45 MCQs. This is really a surprising element in this particular paper. Yes, 4 MSQs. If you compare it with the previous year paper, in previous year paper we have got so many MSQs, but this is the beauty of the GATE exam. You cannot expect what happened in the past, and that's why we are engineers. So students, yes, Dodge King signals are mostly MCQ based tricky, sir. Students, till now I have discussed 5 questions from signal sense system, and I believe those questions to be on the easier side. Mere Geet, what's your name, beta? Thanks a lot. And now with the best set of questions from sir, communication and EMFT. So communication and EMFT, legendary faculty Saket Verma sir will be coming up next. So just allow me for a small break. Meanwhile, Saket Verma sir will be joining. Let's welcome him.
So hello everyone. So this is the questions we are starting from the communication and EMFT we are going to solve. So one question of EMFT we have done, and now we are going to solve another question from the communication. So I hope that you have already solved this question. So what will be your answer? What is your answer in this particular question? Can you tell me? What was your answer in this particular question? Nyquist interval question, yes. Answer is coming as D. Amit is saying answer is D. Anyone else? Rishabh is saying A. Yes. So let's solve this question without wasting any time. So because in this question given x1 and x2, they are band limited to the 4 pi into 10 to the power 3 radian per second. And because we have to calculate the answer in the radian per second, so we can deal in the omega domain itself. Okay, so if I suppose convert it into the frequency domain, then it will be 2 kilohertz, right? And this signal x1 and x2 are band limited to 2 kilohertz. So if I write this x1 and x2, then this is your x1f. If I suppose take in the frequency domain, and if I take in the kilohertz, so this is 2. Yeah, so this is 2 and minus 2. So when we will shift it, because both x1 and x2 are same, so we can say that the diagram for x1 and x2 will be same, and they are band limited to 2 pi, as I said, 2 pi into 10 to the power 3, and we are actually shifting it to the frequency which is again 2 kilohertz, and if I say this as a 6 kilohertz, then if I shift it, this particular component, then this will be shifted towards right, so it will shift towards 2, so this will be 2, this will be 0, and this will be 4, and this is the first one. Let us suppose y1 f. Okay, so I am drawing this y1f. Okay, and then in the bottom of this particular diagram we have x2t, and that is multiplied with this cos 2 pi into 10 to the power t, so we have the 6 kilohertz. So we will shift it to the 6 kilohertz, then it will start from 4 and it will end up to 8. So this is your y2f. Let us suppose the output of this is y2t, or then the spectrum will be y2f. So we have to add them together. So this is your y of f. So now what is the maximum frequency of this? This is frequency in kilohertz. So what is the maximum frequency? So the maximum frequency is 8, right? And the sampling frequency, we know this is nothing but the twice of fm. So this is your 16k. Okay, and because we want to calculate in omega domain, so this is nothing but a 2 pi into fs. So we will get 32 pi into 10 to the power 3, which is your option number D, right? Yes. Good evening, Chinmay. So we have done this type of question in the vision batch, right? We have already done this type of question. Similar question. Yes. देखो यहाँ पे गेट फर्स्ट स्टूडेंट ने बोला है सेम क्वेश्चन हम लोग किए हैं, जस्ट डेटा अलग है, बाकी हम लोग सेम क्वेश्चन, जिसमें मैंने आपको बैंडविड्थ कैलकुलेट करना बताया था, इसमें आपको एक स्टेप आगे नाइक्विस्ट रेट भी पूछ लिया है. ठीक है, नाइक्विस्ट रेट भी पूछ लिया है. बाकी हम लोगों ने इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व किया था हमारे बैच में, विजन बैच में, और इसमें हमारा जो मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी बस मैंने कैलकुलेट करना बताया था अप टू दिस पॉइंट. नाउ यहाँ पे आपको एक स्टेप आगे पूछ लिया है सैम्पलिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी. ठीक है, सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. Yes, what is the answer of this question? Ravi, Shashikant, Chinmay. So all other students, come on. What was your answer in this question? This is MSQ question, 1 mark. This is MSQ question, 1 mark. It is e to the power omega square, right? It is e to the power minus of omega square. E to the power minus of omega square. Yes. So why B? The answer that someone is saying B. Why? What is the reason behind B? You know, the property of the power spectral density is Sx of omega and Sx of minus omega. That is, it should follow the even symmetry. Okay, so it should follow the even symmetry. It should be real. Okay, Sx of omega should be real, and it should always be greater than 0, right? So these are the few properties of power spectral density by which we check whether the given power spectral density are valid or not. So yes, the cutoff would be around 25 to 30 only. So we have got this C and D, right? A cannot be correct because it is odd function. It is odd function, so it cannot be correct, and it is negative also. And B is also not an even function. B is also not an even function, right? Isn't it? Are you getting this? C and D will be the right answer. So those who are saying option B, tell me what is the reason behind that. Because A cannot be correct, this is odd. This is odd function, so it cannot be correct. Yes. So C and D. No problem, Rajshri Joshi, because you are attempting it first time. Maybe you are from the pre-final year, and even not, then also it is okay. You can prepare with us in the BYJU'S exam prep. You will get a good idea about the subject. Detail explanation of each subject is there in the BYJU'S exam prep. Yes, third year student. So it is a very good opportunity for you that you can join. Now coming to the next question. Yeah, so this question, actually I haven't seen that one particular part, that this particular angle, I thought that it is a pi by 2 because that was just beginning of the session. So that's why I missed that particular theta. That is, I thought it is pi by 2, and according to that I said it was circular. But actually the angle was pi by 4, not pi by 2. So what is the correct answer for this question? Because I have already explained, and to draw this particular diagram, to calculate the polarization, you can just put the omega t 0, right? And you have to substitute the different values of z, and according to that, you have to put z is equal to 0, and you have to vary the value of time, because we draw the polarization plot at a particular point in space with the varying time. So when you vary the time, the tip of the electric field you trace, and that is your polarization. Okay, so because I have already explained this question, so I am giving you just the answer. You can check that particular. It is your B. Okay, this was not correct. B, C and D. Yeah, B, C and D is B. will be correct. So B, C, D was correct. Actually, the D I have missed because I thought that only amplitude is equal and I missed that particular angle. Might be some of you have also done the same mistake. B, C, D, all the three are correct. This is your right hand elliptically polarized and the rest of the options are left hand elliptically polarized. Next. Yeah, so what is the correct answer for this question? We have to check reciprocal and symmetry. Okay, reciprocal and symmetry. So which one of the following will satisfy this reciprocal and symmetry? This is MCQ. This is MCQ. The last one was MSQ. Okay, so we have got this answer because it can be directly seen from the diagram itself. This A, C, D are following the symmetricity and the reciprocity. Next. We will discuss that question later on. Okay, blank slide. Yes, this question we can do. Blank slide कहाँ से आएगा? ठीक है यहीं से कर लेते हैं. ठीक है. So let's solve this question. This is a very good question actually, and because I am not going into the detail. Yes, if it is MCQ, yes, you are saying it is MSQ, right? It's MSQ. Yes, so it was MSQ. I told you the three answers were correct, right? So now, what was the answer of this question? This is the one of the, you can say the tough question of the EMFT. There are two questions which were really good in the EMFT. This is the one of them, and this is the numerical answer time at 2 marks. So I am not going into the detail actually derivation because just I want to tell you the answer only. So it is working as a quarter wave transformer. The quarter wave transmission line is used to match the two impedances like that only. It is the case where it is working as the impedance matching. So eta 2 is the impedance which is matching the impedance of first and third medium. So eta 2 is equal to root over eta 1 and eta 3, and it is given as Okay, now from here you can write the epsilon R2 is equal to root over epsilon R1 and epsilon R3 because of the proportionality, and it is given as 2. So now we can calculate the wavelength. So the wavelength of the second medium is, the wavelength here it is given for the red light. So it is 0.75 and it is given in the micrometer, right? Divided by root over epsilon R2. So after solving this you will get 0.53 micrometer, and because as I said that it is working as a quarter wave transformer, so the length or the thickness of this dielectric will be lambda by 4. So the thickness will be lambda upon 4. The lambda 2 is 0.53 and divided by 4. So the final answer we will get as 0.133 micrometer. So that will be our answer, 0.133. Okay. Yes, this one is the somewhat tough. So I am just giving you the solution, but the derivation can be done for this, and by the derivation you will come to know that it is working as a quarter wave transmission line. It is same as a quarter wave transmission line. Forgot to divide by 4. Okay, yes. So this is the lambda 2 by 4. So the answer is 0.133. Right. One more. Yes. Blank है यहाँ से ना. So color यहाँ से ना. Check. So we have one more question, actually more than that. So you have got one answer, right? And again now we have one system in this system, h of t e to the power minus t and ut is given, and in input to this particular system there is a white noise. Okay, there is a white noise having the power spectral density, let us suppose Sx of f, which is given as 1 upon 2. Okay, 1 upon 2 it is given, Sx of f or Sx of omega, because it is constant. So we have to calculate the power of the system, output of the system. So this is the output, and the power spectral density is, let us suppose, Sy of f. Okay, and you have to calculate the power of output. So what is the answer of this question? Yes. So first answer I have got, that is 0.25, and that is right, because the relationship is Sy of f is equal to h of f mod square into Sx of f. So because we want to calculate the average power of the output, which is nothing but the area, so minus infinite to infinite Sy of f df you can write, or you can also write 1 upon 2 pi 0 to minus infinity to infinity Sy of omega d omega. So it is 2 times 0 to infinity Sy of omega 2 upon 2 pi, right? So this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and d omega. So when we calculate it from here, then we will get the average power at the output, which is 1 upon pi, and when I calculate h of f mod square, right? So this is 1 upon 1 plus omega square. So we will get 0 to infinity 1 upon 1 plus omega square multiplied with input power spectral density. Input power spectral density is 1 upon 2 d omega. So we will get 1 upon 2 pi, and here we have the tan inverse omega. The limit is from 0 to infinite, and when you will put it, so 1 upon 2 pi into pi by 2, so final answer is 0.25. So this is the final answer, 0.25. So many of you have already calculated. So S पैरामीटर का क्वेश्चन भी आया था क्या? ये वाला क्वेश्चन तो मुझे नहीं मिला. S पैरामीटर का कौन सा क्वेश्चन था रवि? If you remember, you can send me in the message itself. ठीक है रवि, आप मेरे को भेज सकते हो if you have the question from the S parameter, because I have got 5 question of EMFT and 1 is left, and that is, I think, S parameter question. Okay, so this is the one of them, and so we have already solved few questions. Yeah. So one more question we can see. Slide में है वो वाला जो था ना. हाँ ये. ठीक है, ये. How many of you have solved this question? How many of you have solved this question? How many of you have solved this question? This is very good question actually. So we have the load impedance, and according to the load impedance, what is given? The standing wave ratio on a 50 ohm lossless transmission line is an unknown impedance is found to be 2. So VSWR is given as 2, and the distance between the successive voltage minima, because the voltage minima is given 30 centimeter, and the first minima is located at 10 centimeter from the load. ZL can be replaced by equivalent length LM and the terminating resistance RM of the same line. The value of RM and LM respectively are. So there are actually options are also there, but we have not written options right now. So LM is 20, RM is 25. Is it MSQ question? LM 5 and RM is 100, that's correct, but 20 and 25, because we don't have option, so according to that we have to see a blank slide. So now the transmission line is given, right? This is the transmission line, and the load impedance ZL is given. So voltage minima we are getting, the characteristic impedance of the line is 50 ohm. Okay, so we have got the voltage minima, that is your 10 centimeter, and this is equal to what? Lambda by 6. It is given in the question. Because successive minima is given, right? Okay, yes, 4 MSQ questions were there only. Only 4 MSQ questions were there. Okay, so we have got this lambda by 2 because the successive minima is given, that is your 30 centimeter. So we have got the lambda is equal to 60. So from here we can say that L is 10, right? And because the voltage minima is given from the Smith chart concept, this is suppose a unit circle. Okay, this is gamma imaginary and this is your gamma real. Because we are moving from load to source, right? So we have to move in the anti-clockwise direction like this. And because we have to calculate the angle also, because standing wave ratio is given. Standing wave ratio is what? Standing wave ratio is 2. So from there you can calculate the magnitude of reflection coefficient. So let's first calculate the magnitude of reflection coefficient. Okay, so the magnitude of reflection coefficient is s minus 1 divided by s plus 1. So here we will get 1 by 3. So the magnitude we have calculated. Now we have to calculate the angle. And for that I said, because we are rotating it by 120 degree, that is your lambda by 6 length. So from here we will have the 60 degree angle, because this is the point where the reflection coefficient is 1 by 3 and angle is minus 60 degree, that is in the clockwise direction. So from here we can calculate the load impedance ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. Okay, so this is your 1 by 3 at an angle minus 60 degree, and this ZL we want to calculate. The characteristic impedance 50 it is given. So after solving this, I am writing directly the ZL is, we are getting as 68.138 at an angle of minus 33 degree. Okay, so you can do this calculation. You have to convert it into the polar form or in the Cartesian form, and after that you will get the answer, right? Okay. So after this we have to calculate the length and the impedance, that because this is the first part of the question where everything is given. Now we are replacing this load impedance, and we are replacing this load impedance by a resistor and certain length. After certain length we are actually adding the resistor, right? After certain length. So we have to calculate the length and the resistance. So now this calculation we have done. So first thing that we want to calculate the RM, which is your standing wave ratio into Z0. Okay, because we have got the minima, so this will be just opposite. Eraser. Near the pen. Okay. So this is Z0 upon rho. So this Z0 is 50 and this is 2. So we have got this 25 ohms. That is your first answer that you have got, because many of you were telling that 25 na? So voltage minima we are getting, yes, so 25 we are getting. And after that the second thing is the length we want to calculate. So the length we can calculate is 2 beta Lm is equal to pi by 3. Okay, so this Lm we want to calculate. So this Lm is equal to pi by 3 into 1 upon 2 beta. So after solving this we are getting 5 centimeter. Okay, so these two answer we have got, this 25 and 5. This is one of the option you have. Okay, so one last question. There is a lossless dielectric given. Yes, so this is the last question. We have a narrow band signal propagating in a lossless dielectric material. So we have epsilon r is equal to 4 and mu r equal to 1. With the phase velocity Vp and the group velocity Vg, which one of the following statement are true? Okay, is true actually. This is an MCQ question. So what is the phase velocity in the lossless dielectric? The phase velocity is root over C upon root over mu r epsilon r. We have to calculate with respect to C. So what we will get, this is C by 2. So obviously it is less than 1, less than C actually. So C by 2 we will get. So we can say that the VP is less than C. So this is one of the answer, and the relationship we know about group velocity and the phase velocity, Vg into Vp is equal to C square. So Vg is equal to C square upon Vp. So from here you will get the Vg which is greater than C. So this will be the right answer. Vp is less than C and Vg is greater than C. Okay, that is your option C. Option C according to me. Okay. So now Ashutosh sir is joining for other questions of verbal. There are some surprise also for you. So stay tuned with us. Sir, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. And how are you guys, electronic guys? How was your GATE 2023 paper? Everybody just tell me in the comment section, how was your GATE 2023 paper and how you're feeling, and how was the overall nature of the GATE exam this year? Because last year we have seen it was quite difficult, but I think this time it is little towards the easier side. So guys, I am here. I belong to electrical, but still I deal with some subjects in electronics, but we have very senior faculties with us like Saket sir, Rathi sir, and so many other faculties. So I am not taking any subject, but I am talking about verbal ability part. So I have got 2 questions from verbal ability that I will be very quickly discussing, but I will give you some surprises also after these 2 questions. So let us see this question. This was quite a straightforward question, nothing to do much about it, because if you see, you have to see what is the relation between these 2 words, that is parliament and legislature. So if you observe, legislature is a part of government. You know that government has 4 pillars, yes or no? Executive, legislature and judiciary. Apart from this, and media is the 4th pillar. So if legislature is going to function in the parliament, what is going to function in the court? So judiciary is going to function in the court. So it was a direct question, nothing involved in this. Now let us see the next question. That was a reading comprehension question. Yeah, and it was also very straightforward, very small passage. Just you have to read it properly and you can very easily answer it. For example, when I was a kid, I was partial to stories about. Partial means I have more interest in what kind of stories? Stories about other worlds and interplanetary travel. I used to imagine that I could just gaze off. Gaze off means you can say with very high speed. Okay, you can understand like that. Very high speed going through the space. And be whizzed. Whizzed means to get lost, because space is ultimate, infinite. So whizzed to another planet. Now he's asking which option can be inferred from the given passage above. Now option A, it is an adult's memory of what he or she liked as a child. Now in the very starting statement, you see, when I was a kid, it means the person who is mentioning these information, he's an adult. So A can be a correct answer. Let us check the other options also. B option. The child in the passage read stories about interplanetary travels only in parts. Now there is nothing mentioned about whether he was reading the story in full or in parts. So this is the wrong interpretation. Option C. It is a child's description of what he or she likes. Even though it is a description of what a child likes or dislikes, but this description is given by adult, not a child. So this option is also incorrect. Option D, it teaches us that stories are good for children. Now this is hypothetical. You cannot conclude this, okay? I am not saying it is MSQ, dear. Yeah, Akash, this is MCQ. Okay. Yeah, MCQ. छोटी छोटी बातें बड़े बड़े देशों में होती रहती हैं. Okay, so D is also incorrect. So A is the finally correct option. Is it clear, everybody? So I got these 2 questions. Now I will be giving you some very interesting surprises. 2 surprises I have. So let me just go through. Let me just yeah. So guys, for the first time, BYJU'S exam prep is bringing a one-stop solution for all engineers. If you are appearing in any examination, whether it is engineering services, whether it is state or central services where you apply as an engineer, And if you have a phobia, a fear in your mind towards current affairs, then BYJU'S Exam Prep is bringing the ultimate solution for current affairs. We are bringing the monthly magazine for engineers only. We are doing multiple times filtering for the content, and the content is given in such a way so that it is comparatively easy for the engineers to grasp it. It is given in the bullet form, it is given in the crisp form, the backward forward linkages are given so that you can easily relate it in the form of a story, and it is very short and crisp, just 30 pages for January month. So we are bringing the January 2023 current affairs completely free of cost. You can download it. The link is given in the description of this video. You follow that, or you can download it from BYJU'S Exam Prep also. So I will just show you a sample copy of this. So it is going to be available for all the candidates who are seriously preparing for engineering services or any other competitive examination in which current affairs is involved. Number one. Number two, there is a little bit dilemma towards IRMS because this year it is not being conducted. So we don't know what is going to happen next year. But definitely, if any engineer wants to become an IRMS officer, he or she has to face the current affairs section. Now, friends, I will just show you some pages so that you get the idea that what is the quality of this. Yeah, just a moment. What is the quality of this magazine? And we have covered all the sections mentioned in the engineering services. We have taken the reference as engineering services. All the syllabus content, it is mentioned: social issues, economic issues, industrial issues, environmental issues. We have covered them all. Now, if you see, I will show you. And there are very beautiful images also. And if you want to enlarge it, you can enlarge it. The quality is not going to diminish. It will be available in the soft form. And one more interesting thing, that every month we are going to give you around 25, 30, maybe 35. It depends on the content. We'll give you the questions also for current affairs. And it is going to be quite helpful for you because direct questions may come in the examination. I will just give you some idea about it. And these questions are original questions based on the content matter we have completed. Yes, that is test your knowledge section. Test your knowledge section, it comprises of the questions related to that particular month's current affairs. So this PDF, the link is given in the description. You can download it, you can read it, and every month, the first week, it is going to be published for all the engineers from BYJU'S Exam Prep. So the next faculty is going to be going to take some more questions for okay. But before that, I want to give you some idea. Some idea about one more important surprise. Yes, that surprise is the first time BYJU'S Exam Prep is bringing the rank predictor, and you can know what is your GATE 2023 rank beforehand, and you can plan your career. What is the major drawback? When you are appearing in the GATE examination and when the final, you can say, result is coming, there is a gap. Now, in between this gap, there may be a lot of, you can say, PSUs may be coming, MTech programs may be coming, and you are completely disoriented whether you should go for MTech program, which college you should choose, and whether you should go for PSU jobs, whether you will be getting a PSU job or not with that rank. So all these confusions are going to be cleared if you go to the rank predictor. It is going to be live from 15th of February when the GATE exam is going to release the official keys for GATE 2023. You have to just submit your response. You will be getting your response sheet. Submit your response, and accordingly you will be getting, you will be getting the you will be getting your rank accordingly. It is going to be quite appropriate, and thousands of students are going to follow this rank predictor so that you will get a real idea about in which bracket, in which AIR you are going to finally land up. I will just show you how it is going to function. You have to just click on this link. Okay, so you will be landing to this page. Now this page you have to press notify me. If you press notify me, you will be setting the alarm, right? And after this 15th February, you can put your responses and you will be getting your rank. Okay, possible rank. Yes, Rashri, it is going to be published every month. So January onwards, that current affairs magazine. So every month, first week, it is going to be published. it has a very crisp content. It is tailored, completely tailored. इसको बनाया ही ऐसे गया है कि इंजीनियर्स के साथ जो सबसे बड़ा इशू है that is कि करंट अफेयर्स को कैसे पढ़ा जाए. So now everybody's favorite and my favorite Rakesh Talreja sir is going to rock and he is going to tell you some more questions. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So guys, questions from digital circuits now. Okay, questions from digital circuits now to be discussed. Here it is. Okay. चलो एक सिंपल से क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करते हैं, देन विल टेक अदर क्वेश्चंस एज वेल. वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन ऑन मल्टीप्लेक्सर, बट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के लिए मल्टीप्लेक्सर्स इज एज ऑलवेज एक्सपेक्टेड. इन द सर्किट शोन बिलो, P and Q आर द इनपुट्स. P and Q are the inputs. What is the logical function realized by this? Guys, how simple it could be. One of the input is grounded. So when the select line, which is Q, when it is 0, it is multiplied by the ground. And when it is equal to 1, it is multiplied by P. So answer is P into Q. One of the easiest question in the technical section, I can say. Okay, it is P into Q. Correct, guys? Okay. Chalo, done. ये तो बहुत simple था. I think, I think almost all of you should have done this correct. इसमें कुछ भी नहीं है. Going to the next question then. Next question. In the given circuit, initial states are Q1 1 and Q2 0. For the clock frequency of 1 megahertz, what is the frequency of Q2? चलो इसका फिर हमें count sequence and mod number निकालना पड़ेगा. So what is the equation that you can say? Dear, the Q2 plus is equal to D2, but D2 is coming from Q1 bar. So it is the complement of Q1. But what is the Q1 plus? Q1 plus is the input D and that is coming from Q2. So if I just write down the pattern Q2, Q1, Q2, it is initialized to 1, 0. Okay, देखो ध्यान रखना. Q1 का complement becomes the next state. Okay, चलो. So Q1 का जो complement है, that becomes the next state. तो Q1 का complement, 1 का complement 0 यहाँ पे transfer होगा. Okay. Double bar. A bubble. Sai Charan, any correction in the question? This is all memory based. If you have any correction with the question, बताते जाना. And then whatever is the current value of Q1 will become the next value, right? तो इसको इधर transfer कर देना है. Then 0 का complement 1 and 0 as it is transferred. 0 complement 1 and this 1 is as it is. 1 complement 0, 1 को as it is रख देंगे. And then I come to the initial state. Tell me. Some of you say 250, some of you say 500. What should be the correct answer? Okay. Q1 bar output पे bubble था sir. Q1 bar output पे bubble था. Okay. Yeah, correct. They are asking the frequency of Q2 only. Bubble at which Q bar? I'm not able to get your point. Sir, Q1 bar is bubbled in the question. Q1 bar is bubbled. I mean, do you take the bubble output? So Q1 bar only I have taken. Na? Q2 plus is Q1 bar. Guys, yahi the question hai. Okay. Chalo guys. So what is the mod number now? Okay. This is all memory based. If there is any correction, we can correct the question later on. No problem. Correct. Many people say it is correct only. Okay. Chalo, so it is the mod 4 counter, and even if you look into the Q2, 2 bar 0, 2 bar 1, so it repeats after 4 cycles. So what is the frequency at the Q2? That is equal to the clock frequency, that is equal to 1 megahertz. Okay, 1 megahertz is 1000 kilohertz. Okay, divided by 4, so the answer should be 250 kilohertz. The answer should be the 250 kilohertz. Okay. The output should be the 250 kilohertz. That's it. Okay. As per this particular question, it is 250 kilohertz. Moving ahead to the next question. All right. The synchronous sequential circuit below works at a clock frequency of 1 gigahertz. What is the throughput in megabits per second and what is the latency in nanoseconds? Right. 250. Correct. 250 is the answer for previous one. Ab dekho, some of you might be confused. Okay, देखो, latency everyone knows in nanoseconds. Latency means the delay, the total time taken for one successful transmission of the bit. But some of you may be confused that throughput क्या होता है? चलो, if you have studied this in computer-based course, that is okay. But even if you don't know throughput, can you not connect with the question? Okay, एक तरफ delay पूछ रहा है and next तरफ they are asking throughput in megabits per second. Throughput in megabits per second. What does it mean? Megabits per second simply means that how many bits will this circuit transmit in 1 second? how many bits will the circuit transmit in 1 second? That is what it is asking or not? That is what it is asking or not? So chalo. Okay guys, what is the first of all latency? Now if you look into this latency in nanoseconds, suppose if you apply any one input here, let's suppose it is the one. Okay, although it is synchronous, okay, but it is a serial shift register. So at 1 nanosecond, after 1 nanosecond, okay, अच्छा 1 nanosecond delay कैसे बोला मैंने? क्योंकि clock frequency is 1 gigahertz. Listen to me, the clock frequency is 1 gigahertz, right? So what is the time period of the clock? That is 1 nanosecond. Okay, that is 1 nanosecond. So the propagation delay should be less than equal to 1 nanoseconds, na? The propagation delay should be less than equal to the 1 nanosecond. Okay, should be less than equal to the actually इसको ऐसा लिखते हैं, the time period of the clock and the propagation delay. Okay, the clock should come after the propagation delay. Okay, that is why we write down TPD is less than equal to 1 nanosecond. So we have to take 1 nanosecond. Worst case we have to take. Okay, so अगर worst case की बात करें, let's take the TPD, the delay of the circuit, as 1 nanoseconds. 1 nanoseconds, right? उससे ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है. Now every flip-flop will have a delay of 1 nanosecond because synchronous है, तो all are clocked at the same frequency. Okay, TPD for each flip-flop is 1 nanosecond. So guys, after 1 nanosecond, the input bit is transmitted at the output of first flip-flop. Okay, then after 1 more nanosecond, ये आ जाएगा 1 nanosecond के बाद. Then this input bit, yeah, let me write down only input so that you are clear about this, ki what is transmitting. Okay, so input come here. Yeah, let's say the bit X come here. Suppose this is the bit X. X comes here after 1 nanosecond. X will come here after 1 more nanosecond after second clock. And X will come here after 1 more, that is the 3. So what is the latency? That is the 3 nanoseconds. That is clear to everyone. The latency is equal to the 3 nanoseconds. The latency is just equal to the 3 nanoseconds. 3 nanoseconds. ठीक है. अब ये बताओ, what is the throughput of the circuit? What is the throughput of the circuit? Okay, so for 1 bit transmission we need 3 nanoseconds. अब यहाँ पे let me show you a simple case. Right, 1 bit की बात करें तो 3 nanosecond. 2 bits की बात करें, right, it is going to be 4 nanoseconds. Sir, why? Because as soon as one input bit is transmitted after the first flip-flop, you can immediately apply the next input bit here. You can immediately apply the next input bit here. 3 bits की बात करेंगे, that will be 5 nanoseconds, etc. So if I want to talk about the transmission of n bits, that is going to be n plus 2 nanoseconds. That is going to be n plus 2 nanoseconds. But approximately it can be taken as n only. I will tell you why. It can be taken as n only. So एक बार note पे चले जाते हैं. So what I am now telling you is कि अगर n bits की बात की जाए, so n plus 2 nanoseconds is the time that I am taking. Okay, that means in the n plus 2 nanoseconds, I am able to transmit n bits. ठीक है, और मुझे 1 second तक आना है, How many bits in 1 second? How many bits in 1 second? So n plus 2 dear into nano 10 की power minus 9 को अगर मैं 1 रख दूं तो what is going to be the value of n? Okay, if I put this equal to 1 second, so n plus 2 is equal to 10 की power 9 and n is 10 की power 9 minus 2, so n is approximately 10 की power 9 only, because 10 की power 9, it's like 100 crore, and from 100 crore, if you give 2 rupees to someone, कुछ नहीं बिगड़ने वाला है आपका, right? Okay, so n is approximately 10 power 9 only. So what is the value of n? 10 power 9 bits, right? In 1 second. In 1 second. Clear everybody? In 1 second. In the 1 second. So how many, अब इसको क्या करना है मेरे को, यहाँ पे था n bits in n plus 2 seconds. ये बिल्कुल सही था क्या? n bits are being transmitted in n plus 2 nanoseconds. यहीं तक मैंने लिखा था ना? Yeah, the same thing I've read. I'll write down the calculation here again. 1 bit के लिए, let us recall because वहां पे erase हो चुका होगा. 1 bit के लिए we took 3 nanosecond. So now for 2 bits, we don't take 6 nanoseconds, we take 4 nanoseconds. For 3 bits, you take 5 nanoseconds. For 4 bits, you take 6 nanoseconds and etc. And that is why I have written for n bits, राइट, फॉर n बिट्स यू नीड ओनली n प्लस 2. यहां पे शायद कई लोगों ने मिस्टेक किया होगा, because you might have thought 1 bit 3 nanoseconds, 2 bit 6 nanosecond and etc. That can be a possible mistake here. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं होगा. So यहाँ पे n is equal to 10 power 9 bits in 1 second. That is equal to 1000 into 10 की power 6. 10 की power 6 is mega. So 1000 megabits per second. 1000 megabits per second. I am seeing that some of you say the answer 333, but that should be wrong. 333 should be wrong. Why 333? I'll tell you. Why 333? Because you have taken 3 nanoseconds for one, but it is not 3 nanosecond for every one calculation, right? And that is why you take 1 second की बात है तो sir 1 upon 3 into 10 की power minus 9, तो ये हो गया 1000 divide by 3 into 10 की power 6, और आपका आंसर आ गया 333.3 megabits per second. और ये क्या हो गया ना, ये हो गया एक छोटी सी गलती, ये हो गया एक छोटी सी गलती, right? So answer is the 1000 megabits per second, and if you are able to feel, both are there in the options. Both are there in the options. So correct answer is the D, 1003. The correct answer is D, 1003. Clear everybody? The 1003. 1003. 1003. चलो बहुत बढ़िया. ठीक है. Moving ahead to the next question then, dear. And what is the next that we have here? Okay, what is the next that we have? The SNR of an ADC with a full-scale sinusoidal input is 61.96. It is 61.96, right? जबकि अगर आप SNR की बात करोगे, तो that is approximately 1.763 plus 6.02 n in the decibel for a ADC. 1.763 plus 6.02 n, and that is given to you as 61.96 decibel. What is the percentage resolution of the AD? Questions एक बार check करते जाना. So from here, guys, okay, 6.02 n is approximately equal to how much? 61.96 minus 1.763. यहां से अगर आप n निकालेंगे तो approximately n will be coming out to be 10. Right, this is clearly coming out to be around 60 divided by 6. So n is approximately equal to 10. No much calculations needed. If n is equal to 10, what is the percentage resolution? That is 1 upon 2 power n minus 1. Percentage में बोला है क्योंकि 1 upon 2 power n minus 1 into 100. Tell me ये question था and 1 mark के लिए था क्या? Right, so it is 2 raised to the power 10 minus 1 into 100. So answer is 100 divided by the 1023. एक बार निकाल लेते हैं इसको quickly. Yeah, so in percentage 0.097. 0.097. Correct everybody? 0.097 is the answer. 0.097 is the answer. Moving ahead to the next question. Moving ahead to the next question. I think I have one more question. कहीं तो चला गया. ये रहा. Yes. ठीक है. Tell me dear, critical path delay, latch given है आपको, NAND gate latch. For the circuit shown, the propagation delay of each NAND gate is 1 nanosecond. So this is also having a delay of 1 nanosecond and 1 nanosecond. What is the critical path delay? What is the critical path delay? So dear, critical path delay, let's start with the first latch. Well, let's start with the first NAND gate. And of course, if its input is 1, you have to take the past value. So better, let me start with the input 0, because if the input to the NAND gate is 0, the output is going to be 1. That means this NAND gate is going to be active and you get 1. Okay. And you get 1. Okay. After you get this one, after 1 nanoseconds. After 1 nanoseconds. Okay. Now this 1 will come here, and what should be the next input? अगर देखो ये भी 0 होता ना students, then this NAND gate will also be active at the initial time only. ये भी 1 nanosecond पे output देगा, but I'm looking into critical path. So we have to find about the worst case delay. So this also comes here 1. This also comes here. Let's take this as 1. So 1 and 1 NAND gate output will be 0, but again after 1 nanoseconds, right? So this is arrived after 2 nanoseconds. And guys, I've tried all other permutation and combination also. The critical path only will be for this particular combination. And highlight. ठीक है. So let me just highlight it like this only. So this is what is making a critical path here. Total answer 2 nanoseconds only. Total answer 2 nanoseconds only. Amit Kumar Kesri says only resolution was asked. Is it resolution or percentage resolution? Okay, what is the question that I have is percentage resolution. Okay, then maybe some full scale voltage also will be given, Amit. Maybe some full scale voltage is also given. Add on to the complete question if that is the question. Memory based, 1 or 2 words will go here, no problem. Okay, right. So if it is the resolution, now somebody says percentage resolution. So याद कीजिए अच्छे से, कोई percentage resolution भी बोल रहा है, but अच्छा accuracy बोला था, question ही बदल गया. Okay, tell us whether it is resolution or percentage resolution, and अगर resolution है तो then full scale voltage से. सर आपके पास कौन सा subject आ गया है? Analog and EDC is ready. Okay, percentage resolution. चलो great. तो percentage resolution बोल रहे हैं आप लोग, तो percentage resolution ही होगा. And according to that 0.097 is the answer came up. Clear है everybody? बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. The value of n they have given. The value of n they had given. नहीं, n थोड़ा ना given था. एक बार चले जाते हैं, क्या स्टेटमेंट है उस क्वेश्चन में, एक बार चले जाते हैं हम लोग. नो इश्यूज. सो आई थिंक दैट इज 42 है ना. ऑल राइट, ये नहीं, एक मिनट इसको मैं ले लेता हूं वापस से. हाँ बताइए. द वैल्यू ऑफ n इज नॉट गिवन ना. वॉज द n गिवन? Some of you say n equal to 12 was given. Then there is no need of the SNR. This is what this is what is the in question I have got. According to it, we have solved the question. If the question is something else, let's wait for the official questions. We will correct it accordingly. We'll correct it accordingly. Bhujangi, what do you say? Tell me. चलिए सर, आपका next question ही है. अच्छा, इस पे हम एक बार रिफ्रेश भी कर देते हैं. ब्लैंक स्लाइड्स ही है इसी पे.
नोट में मैं ब्लैंक पे बनाता हूँ.
ठीक है, इसको रिफ्रेश भी करके छोड़ देते हैं. टेल मी. ले आज लाइक दिस ओनली ना. बढ़िया, चलो इसी तरीके से पूछा था, राइट. और अभी सर ब्लैंक ओपन कर दें.
तो गाइज चलो, ये हो गया डिजिटल के क्वेश्चन में राकेश सर. और नाउ अगेन आ जाइए आपके कोर सब्जेक्ट, दैट इज व्हाट ईडीसी एंड व्हाट एनालॉग, सम इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूमेरिकल्स. But this time EDC direct straightforward formula based question. Last year the level of the question was very high, but this time normal question. Yes. So and one question on what MOS capacitor. Yes guys. So what is the answer for that? That is on what flat band and what threshold voltage. So what was the question? And that is based on what? For MOS capacitor. As you know, we have this type of structure. Right. Now this is the value. Okay, that is the reason, and this is the p-type substrate. What was the question? For a MOS capacitor VFB, it is given, that is flat band voltage, and second one is given VT, that is called threshold voltage. And it is given what is the depletion layer width W, variation with what? VG. So depletion layer width. So what are the curve given here? First curve like this. This is the VG, and here it is a flat band voltage. Okay, first option, I'm just giving you the first option. This is the first, and it at this point it will saturate. So exactly at 0, that is saturate, first option. Then second option, this is the flat band voltage, and then suddenly at VT it will become 0. That is the second option. Third option, exactly when VG is 0, this is the maximum. What is the on y-axis? This is the depletion layer width. Depletion layer width. Normally we are giving the CV characteristics, this time depletion layer width and voltage VG. And this is the flat band voltage, that is negative. And again at 0, this is the case. And fourth one, fourth option was exactly at flat band it is 0. increasing, and at this point it will saturate, and VT it will saturate, VFB. So this is the let D option, C, A, B, C, D. Now which one is correct, everyone? Which one is correct? All right, okay. My dear friends, here VFB, try to understand what is the structure of MOSFET. Flat band means what? What about the Fermi level? Let this is the metal, this is the SiO2 layer, this is EV, this is EC, and that is the Fermi level, EFP, when it is flat. And what is the formula for the flat band? VFB is equal to phi ms, that is work function of metal and work function of semiconductor, that is phi ms, minus Qi by Cox, charge intercept inside the oxide. So that is the formula, and this is what normally we are getting the negative value for this. Then exactly at flat band there is no depletion layer. There is no depletion layer. But when we are increasing the VGS, we are making it what? When we are increasing the VG, first of all it will repel what? Holes. It will repel holes. When it will repel holes, depletion layer will increase, right? And exactly at threshold, depletion layer will become maximum. This is called VD max, and that is represented by what? XT. This is called the maximum depletion layer at a threshold. After that, just after the VT, when we are increasing the VGS above the VT, now inversion will start. Means at this point the depletion layer will reach to maximum and it will remain at that point. Okay, and now after that the inversion will start, and exactly at VG is equal to VT, we are getting the C minimum, right? And that is the why we are getting the C minimum, because it is a series combination of what? Oxide capacitance and what? Depletion capacitance, and that's why we are getting this is maximum and we are getting the minimum. Means exactly at flat band it is 0, depletion layer will increase, at 0 it will reach up to this point, and at threshold it will maximum, and after that it will saturate. So this is the right answer. What about this answer? Exactly at flat band it is 0, okay, no problem, but it is saturate at 0. When the VG is 0 it will saturate, that's why it is wrong. Here flat band increases, reach to maximum, again at VT it will become 0, that's why it is wrong. And here at the flat band we are having the maximum value, and VT we are having the minimum value, and that is wrong. So which answer is correct? D is the correct one. Okay, next question. I think, okay, number of students, Ravi Shankar, Jyoti, Ravi Teja, your answers are correct. Now next one. Next question. Slide. 1 minute. Again one question from what? EDC, and then one question from analog. This one. Now, okay, again very easy question. What is given here? For an intrinsic semiconductor at T equal to 0 degree Kelvin, this is the 0 degree Kelvin, which of the following statement is the true? That is a very basic concept of what? Semiconductor physics. Now at intrinsic, what about the intrinsic semiconductor? It acts as what? Insulator. So exactly at insulator means that this is the semiconductor. This is the energy band diagram of the semiconductor. This is valence band. This is conduction band. All the electrons will be in what? Valence band, right? And what about the electron in conduction band? It will be 0. And what about the holes in the valence band? It will be 0, because at 0 degree Kelvin it acts as what? Insulator. Very simple question. So what is the answer given? An intrinsic, all energy states in the conduction band is filled with the electrons and valence band is empty. All energy states in the conduction band is filled with the electrons and valence band is empty. Wrong, right? Because there is no electron in the conduction band. All energy states in the conduction and valence bands are filled with the electron. That is also not possible, right? Because all the electrons in what? Conduction band. Now, all energy states in the conduction band and valence band are filled with the holes. All energy state. This is also wrong. Because in conduction band there is no holes. There is no holes at any temperature. Right. Last one. All energy states in the valence band are filled with the electrons, and conduction band is what? Empty. Yes. All electrons here, are in valence band. They will not get the sufficient energy, and that's why they will not excited toward conduction band, and that's why the answer D is the correct one. Okay guys, this is also correct. Right. Okay Vinod. Now next one. Next question. अब आते हैं इसके बाद वाले में. That is one question on what? Hybrid parameters. That is the again the hybrid. Hybrid, when we are saying that it is hybrid, means what? It is the integration of what? Network and what? Analog. That is on hybrid parameter. What is the small signal voltage gain? So what was the answer? MSQ. Right. 1 minute, sir. No. Take some slides. This one. Okay. This is from analog. The H parameter. What is the answer, everyone? Give me the answer for this question. The H parameter of the two-port network are shown below. No doubt, it is a question of analog on hybrid parameter. The condition for the maximum small signal voltage gain V out by Vs is. These are the 4 parameters are given. These are the hybrid parameters. Okay. Right. Okay, please give me the answer. A GATE first student. Talab ji. Now, this is the hybrid parameter. This is the I1. That is the I2. Now, simply we will find what is the V out by V in, and then we will put the condition here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That condition is given, and I think it is the MSQ, not MSQ. MCQ. It is MSQ, no? 1 mark MSQ. Okay. Now B or any other answer. It is MCQ or MSQ. Ravi Teja. Okay. Now what is the hybrid? Try to understand. This is the formula. V1 is equal to what? H11 I1 plus H12 V2. And I2 is equal to H21 I1 plus H22 V2. Okay. And that is the formula. Okay. Now try to understand. This is a two-port network. Here we are having the I2. This is the RL. So what is the V0 is equal to minus I2 into RL. That is the formula 1 and 2, and this is the third one. If you have the standard answer from the derivation, then directly within 10 seconds or 20 seconds you will able to give the answer, right? Otherwise, V1 and I2, H11 I1 plus H12 V2, I2 is equal to H21 I1, H22 V2. Now what is the V1? V1 is directly Vs. V1 is directly Vs. Because there is no RS is connected, so this is the V1. And this is the I1. Now that is the hybrid parameter. Now from this, you have to calculate the V0 by Vs. What is the V0 or V2? You can write minus I2 into RL. This is the V2. Now V1. You can write V1 is equal to H11 I1 minus H12 I2 into RL. That this is the equation number 3. And from the equation number 4, what is the I2 is equal to H21 I1 minus H22 I2 into RL. We are simply changing the V2. Then you can take common. I2 will become 1 plus H22 into RL. 1 plus H22 into RL, that is H21 I1. Now what is the I2 in terms of I1? It will become H21 upon 1 plus H22 RL. Okay, check my calculation, and that is a very simple one, and that is I2 in terms of what? I1. That this is the equation number 4. Now you have to find what? This one, right? V2 by V1. V2 means here in equation number. First of all, we have the answer I2 in terms of what? I1. Now put this value in equation number 3. Then it will become V1 is equal to H11 I1 minus H21 H12 upon 1 plus H22 RL into what? I1. into RL. Simply I have taken the value of what? I2 here. This I2 in place of this H12, H21, right, upon 1 plus H22 RL into I1 into what? This value. Okay. Now, from this we can get the V1 in terms of I1. Right. Now this is the equation number 4. Okay. You have V2, you have V1. V2 is V0, V1 is what? Vs. What is the voltage gain? V0 by V1. Now V0 by V1, you can put minus I2 into RL upon this value, right? H11, this one. अब देखो ये ना डेरिवेशन कर रहे हैं तो लंबा टाइम लग रहा है. अगर इफ यू हैव द आइडिया अबाउट द स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला देन डायरेक्टली यू कैन solve it. Okay, put the value, no problem. I2. This is in terms of I1, V1. Now, what is the minus I2 RL? We have taken the I2. So, what is the I2? Put the value H22 so that I1 cancel out. So, it will become minus H21 upon 1 plus H22 into RL. This is the 1 plus H22 into RL into I1 into RL upon this value. This I1 cancel. This term is cancel out, and now you can arrange it. H21 RL multiply H11 minus H12. Okay, and that is the value. ये आ गया H11, then what? H11, H12, H22 into RL minus what? H21, H12, and that is the value. And 1 plus H22 RL and 1 plus H22 RL is cancel out. Okay. Now you can check. You can take all. You can take the common from this formula H11 or H21. Yeah, you can take the common from this. Yes, this value. Right. Now, up check the answer. For which answer we are going to get the maximum? In denominator should be as low as possible. If the denominator should be as low as possible means what? H11 should be equal to 0. So that the value of the denominator will reduce. When the value of the denominator will reduce, what about the overall value? Overall value will increase. So when overall value will increase, when I am putting the H11 is equal to 0. This term is 0, this term is 0. H21 is cancel out and you will get the answer, right? Minus 1 minute, there is one RL is missing. 1 minute, give me equation 4 no? Yes, I1 dot RL. Yes, this is missing. I1 dot RL. Yes, this one is missing. Yes, and this is I1 into RL because it is dimensionally not correct no? But when dimensionally not correct means it will not cancel out. This is RL cancel out. Now it is correct. Okay, now once H11 is 0, this term 0, this term will become 0. H21 cancel out and your voltage gain will become minus it is also cancel out and it will become 1 by H21. H12. Okay, and what is the H12? According to the derivation, reverse voltage gain. If the reverse voltage gain is 0, so what about the forward voltage gain? It will be infinite. And that's why it should be as low as possible. The ideal condition is what? 0. H11 should be equal to 0. So check the answer. Out of 4 options, yes, out of 4 options, H11 is 0, H12 is 0 in this. Okay. Option B and option D. H11 0, H12 is 0. Okay. So you can check. So that is the agar ye MSQ or MCQ. So give me the answer for that one. So we want the 2 condition, right? So this is the correction. Okay, H1 0 and H12 should be equal to 0. That is the option. Okay, guys. Now Ankit sir will join. Ankit sir will join. Guys, अब tell me what about the other question? बना या नहीं बना question इस बार? That is the EDC. The question from the EDC is what only formula based question, right? Very important question on already density of states, right? Directly proportional to a temperature you can solve. Now Ankit sir will give the some answer. Then I will continue. So, हाँ सर राकेश सर आ रहे हैं आप लोगों के साथ.
Yes guys, चलो. So let's have a look into another question. नोट पे ही ले लेते हैं. Okay, चलो. Aptitude questions almost discussed. जितने हमारे पास आए थे ना, that is almost, I think almost we have discussed, including 1 or 2 questions of verbal also discussed by Ashutosh sir. Okay, the question is the value of the double integral xy dx dy over the region given. Over the region given. The region given by y equal to x, y equal to 2 minus x, y is equal to x plus 2, and y is equal to the minus x. Nice. Now, let me tell you very, very clearly that whether you take strip or any other method, I think strip is a very, very, very simplified method for this. क्योंकि आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना, integration. देखो, because I am going to take a strip, na, it is fundamentally clear that the integral of y will be taken first, and that is y square by 2. And that is the y square by 2. I can say like that, and then I will start putting the limits. Okay. Then I will start putting the limits. Okay. What I believe during the exam holiday, I am repeating this question because when we just started the live session, and I am here to apologize also, nothing bad in that. When we started the live session, right, this was probably first or second questions we have done, and that time there was a slight calculation error that happened, and I'm just here to rectify that calculation error. But the approach is 110% correct, because I think from the students point of view एग्जाम में सबसे बेटर यही क्लिक करेगा, और सबसे ज्यादा आप यही पढ़ के जाते हो. इसको सॉल्व करने के तरीके तो 10 भी हो सकते हैं. Okay, you can have 10 number of methods to solve this, but I think this can probably be the first approach that clicks into the student mind, और हम students के mind के हिसाब से ही यहाँ पे discuss करना चाहते हैं. But what is the limit of y? So there will be 2 strips actually that you have to take. There will be the 2 strips that you will take, and first, अब देखो, first the integral of x 0 minus 1 to 0 अगर लिया, so upper limit will become dear. What is the upper limit? That will become x plus 2. Okay, so x plus 2 का whole square minus lower limit minus x का square divide by 2. बहुत simple सा calculation आने वाला है, right? Plus integration 0 to 1, integration x equal to 0 to 1, y square, that is the 2 minus x whole square minus x square divided by the 2 dx. Now you see x is multiplied here. Now you see how simple this is going to be. X square minus x square is going to cancel. 4 cancelled with 2, तो यहां बचेगा 2x plus 4x by 2, so that is 2x और multiply किया तो 2x square. This is one of the integral. Limit minus 1 से 0 है. इसमें मैंने ऐड किया plus integral 0 to 1. Again x square will get cancelled. 4 by 2 2, तो 2x. Here it will be only difference minus 4x. Divide by 2, तो minus 2x. Again multiply x, तो minus 2x square dx. Okay. अगर ये आपको नहीं दिख रहा तो नीट एंड क्लीन फिर से लिख देते हैं. दिस इज इंटीग्रेशन. आई हैव रिटन 0 to 1. x is multiplied by this term. Clear? This is what it is. Clear? This is what it is. अब देखो, अब यहां पे सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. 2x तो दोनों में कॉमन है. इज द 2x कॉमन टू बोथ? भाई मेथड्स को सिंप्लीफाई करने के तरीके भी होते हैं. 2x तो कॉमन फंक्शन है, सो आई राइट डाउन -1 to 1 2x. ओके, बट डियर -1 to 0 2x स्क्वायर, ये आपको देख के ही समझ में आ जाएगा क्यों ये सिंपल है. इसमें कोई भी ऑपरेशन नहीं है. और दूसरा आ रहा है -2x स्क्वायर, बट लिमिट्स आप देखेंगे दैट इज लिमिट 0 से 1. बट x स्क्वायर इज अ इवन फंक्शन. X square is a even function. So answer from 0 to 1 and answer from -1 to 0 will be the same, na? So these two are equal. आंसर ये तो ऑड फंक्शन हो गया, -a2 है ऑड फंक्शन 0। सर अगर इसको आई बोला तो दूसरे को आई बोला, कैंसिल होके आंसर 0 आ गया। कितना ऑपरेशन लगा, राइट? व्हाट एल्स यू आर गोइंग टू थिंक अबाउट जैकोबियंस एंड ऑल इन दिस, आई डोंट नो। तो मेरे ख्याल से ये एक बहुत अच्छा मेथड आप लोग के लिए स्ट्राइक करेगा। बाकी मेथड्स और भी हो सकते हैं, ठीक है। एंड आई थिंक इस टाइप के जो मेथड्स हैं मैंने और अंकित सर ने, अंकित सर भी यहाँ पे, सर यू हैव मोर मैथ्स क्वेश्चन नाउ या सिग्नल्स?
Sir, one maths question.
And one maths and one signals, ठीक है। So guys, this is what is the answer. Answer for this is 0. Okay, केवल एक छोटा सा कैलकुलेशन एरर हुआ था बिगनिंग में, क्योंकि जस्ट वी स्टार्टेड और उस समय क्वेश्चन आया था, हीट ऑफ द मोमेंट में हो गया था। आई रियली अपोलोजाइज फॉर दैट, बट द करेक्ट आंसर इज 0। आई होप आप लोग करके आए हो बिल्कुल सही तरीके से, राइट? नहीं, एरिया निकालना है, सी उत्कर्ष एरिया निकालना है। इफ इट वाज एरिया देन, इफ इट वाज एरिया ना, देन तो यू कैन सॉल्व इट बाय सिमेट्री आल्सो। इसको 4 पार्ट में डिवाइड करो और किसी भी एक पार्ट का एरिया निकाल लो, एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर आ जाएगा। मतलब कोई और शेप भी गिवन होता तो एरिया का क्वेश्चन ही नहीं है। व्हेन इट इज द एरिया, व्हेन इट इज ओनली dx dy, it is a function. Okay, so that is not the area. Okay, what will be the area? Yes, what is going to be the cutoff? What is going to be the topper's expected mark? We are going to come live for this within 5 minutes, guys. So Ankit sir, stage is all yours. Maths और signals का question discuss कर देते हैं धमाकेदार तरीके से।
Students, I'll not be taking much of your time, just 2 to 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, and then our entire team, BYJU'S exam preps, entire EC electrical team will be here to boost you all, and we will be discussing the cutoff marks. We'll be giving you the entire statistics of today's exam. So students, you can see here, this is a question, very simple question from signals. Consider the signal x of t and y of t is, that is the output, it is x of e raised to t. So students, many at a time we have told in our classes, if there is the time argument contains the time variable. So this will make system time variant. This will make the system time variant. So system is time variant. And see here, if I am putting t equal to 0 here, if I am putting t equal to 0, it means I am observing the output at t equal to 0. So x of e raised to 0 will be 1. My observation time for the output is t equal to 0. At the same time, I am observing the input at a future sample, that is t equal to 1. So we can say that it is a non-causal operation. So non-causal and time variant. Non-causal and time variant should be our correct answer. It's a very simple question. Following the basics, this can be done. Moving to the next question. Next question seems to be from matrices, but this question involves some concepts of calculus, that is maxima and minima. So students, they have given you two vectors, v1 and v2. The value of coefficient alpha in the expression, okay, v1 is alpha v2 plus e, which minimize the length of error vector e. Okay, so student, we will be just putting the value of v1 and v2 here. What we'll get here? v1 plus alpha v2 equal to e. So e will be v1 minus alpha v2. Simple linear equation. v1 minus alpha v2. So 1 minus 2 alpha. Second component will be 2 minus alpha into 1. And third one will be 0 minus 3 alpha. So this is the vector E. What we want to minimize the length of vector E. So length of vector E is, say, L. It will be magnitude of E. So magnitude of E, I am squaring it because I know that if I square it, square root operation will be cancelled. So 1 minus 2 alpha whole square, square of this component 2 minus alpha whole square, and yes, minus 3 alpha whole square will be 9 alpha square. Now just simplify this. See here, 4 alpha square plus alpha square, 5 alpha square plus 9 alpha square, this will be 14 alpha square. Then minus 4 alpha, and we have, yes, minus 4 alpha and minus 4 alpha will be minus 8 alpha. Check it once. Minus 2ab term will be minus 4 alpha, and again minus 2ab term will be minus 2 to the 4 alpha. So minus 8 alpha. Constant terms 1 plus 4, that will be 5. So we want to minimize this function. So we will take the first derivative. We will take the first derivative and equate it to 0. So 28 alpha minus 8 equated to 0. So student, when we solve for alpha, we'll get 8 by, we'll get alpha will be 8 by 28, that is 2 by 7. So now for find out f double dash alpha. So f double dash alpha, double derivative, that will be 28. So double derivative is 28, which is already positive, which confirms that our function will be minimum at this value of alpha. So alpha is 2 by 7. Option C is the correct answer. Now at this moment, I will invite the entire team of BYJU'S exam prep, and we all together will be giving you the cutoffs. So just in a moment, just in a minute from now, you will be able to see the entire team of BYJU'S exam prep in front of you. So students, okay. So anyways, Ravi, these questions are memory based questions. Whatever information, whatever data we would be able to gather from our students, based on that, we have just configured these questions, compiled these questions and provided solution for you. So meanwhile, I request from all of you, 200 plus watching right now, a big hand for all of you, and I just want to know in the comment box how many marks you can expect in today's session, and then we'll be discussing the cutoffs from all the faculties. I just want to know how many marks you can expect in the comment box. Sai Charan Yadav, when a vector is, okay, when a function is, okay, when length is minimum, then of course its square will also be minimum. So I have got the first response from Aditya, 40 marks. Yes, so now I welcome Sanjay Rathi sir, and he is here with one more question. Let's welcome Sanjay Rathi sir, and then we will be, you can see the entire team of BYJU'S.
Again we will, hello friends. So you have enjoyed the session. Now just one I want to give one information, right? And that is on what a hybrid parameter, or we have solved that question. That is not MSQ, that is what MCQ. I have collected the data, and that is what 1 minute, this one. Yes, this question, right? Yes. Now what is the answer? Already I have given each and everything. Already I have derived the formula. Yes, everyone related to derivation, Chinmay Roy. Now if in a very simple model, I have solved this question in class and so on. Now this is the hybrid model. For hybrid model, from this model you can also give the answer. First of all, we want that should be the minimum loss across this. That is the part of what input, that is the resistance. That's why we are getting that 0. Simple. Second thing is what? Reverse voltage gain. That is what reverse voltage gain should be equal to 0. So what is the reverse voltage gain? H12 should be equal to 0. In derivation I have given H12 is equal to 0. And this is called what? H22. H22 means in a hybrid model it is HOE. Right? And this is the parameter related to what? Early effect. These two parameters are related to early effect. Then what should be the value of early voltage? R0 should be equal to infinite. If it is infinite, then this complete current minus H21V1 will go through the RL, and in that case we are going to get the maximum output voltage, right? So if the R0 should be infinite, then what should be the H22? H22 should be equal to 0 because the unit of this H22 is mho. Conductance. Conductance should be 0, and that's why this current. So it is a MCQ, and MCQ, what is the answer? 1 minute. Now, this one. H110, H120, H21 very high. H21 means what? Forward current gain. This is called HF I1. This is the I1 actually. HF I1. This is the hybrid model. ये correction भी है H21 I1. This is also represented by HF IB or HF I1, right? So this forward current gain should be as high as possible, and that is the answer. So you have given the B answer. You have given the B answer. Yes, Ravi Shankar and so on. Yes. Okay then. अब आ गए सभी. Yes. So Ravi Shankar, you have given the B answer. Please, sir.
All right, guys. So finally, now we are all together back and discuss करते हैं about the cutoffs. My personal point of view, comparing to last year, paper is relatively easier. Not very easy, but relatively easier. कुछ अच्छे questions अभी भी हैं, especially in EMT. But overall, it's a easier paper. Aptitude is like very easy. Maths, as expected, nothing difficult. Control systems, we got 3 questions, all 3 very, very easy. Digital also regular questions, मतलब not very easy, but digital regular questions, ठीक है, जिसमें से एक और दो तो बहुत easy भी थे. So it's not very unexpected type of thing. Okay, so not much easy, but relatively easier than the previous year. Sir, आप लोग का क्या कहना है?
बिल्कुल सर.
Analog EDC.
First of all, EDC, अगर आप देखेंगे all 5 questions what formula based question, right? No doubt it is on the formula level and so on. लेकिन आप देखिए ना पूरे formula based है. और जो NV पर भी आया है, that is again formula based. It depends upon the temperature. Directly use the formula and you can find the value. और जो graph पर आया वो भी question. Analog पर 1 question. Operational amplifier again वो भी फॉर्मूला बेस्ड. तो मतलब आप देखेंगे कि जो भी आपके क्वेश्चन है डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड बनते. बस आपने अगर सिली मिस्टेक्स नहीं किए, क्योंकि बहुत सारे एमसीक्यूज थे, तो आपको वो सिली मिस्टेक्स को अवॉइड करना था.
जी सर. सिग्नल का भी काफ़ी अच्छा रहा सर. सिग्नल मैंने 2-3 क्वेश्चन ही देख पाया मैं सिग्नल के. सो दोज क्वेश्चंस वर लाइक ऑन वन वाज ऑन कॉन्वोल्यूशन. इट वाज वेरी गुड. एंड देयर वाज वन मोर क्वेश्चन सर ऑन डिस्क्रीट टाइम फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म. यस, डिस्क्रीट टाइम फोरियर सीरीज. सो दिस वाज अगेन दैट वाज अगेन very good question. So signal again sir, signal was also moderate, and I think paper was not that much difficult, but some questions were very tricky, and maximum questions are I mean average and below average.
Correct. सर इस बार तो सर कम्युनिकेशन में मतलब जनरली जो नॉइज इन डिजिटल कम्युनिकेशन होता है, जहाँ से स्टूडेंट्स बहुत ज़्यादा टफ फील करते हैं, और हेमिंग कोड हो गया, यहाँ से आपको क्वेश्चन नहीं थी, तो ये सबसे ज़्यादा गुड न्यूज़ है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, क्योंकि जितना भी पार्ट कम्युनिकेशन का है सारे पार्ट ईजी थे, है ना. कोई भी क्वेश्चन में ऐसा बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है कि आप फंस जाओगे. एक क्वेश्चन में बस आप थोड़ा बहुत फंस सकते हो, जिसमें हम लोग जनरली एएम सिग्नल को स्क्वायर लॉ मॉडुलेटर से पास करते हैं. इस बार एफएम सिग्नल को स्क्वायर लॉ मॉडुलेटर से पास करने बोला था. बस वही एक क्वेश्चन था जो थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी था. अदरवाइज रेस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन वाज आल्सो वेरी इजी. बट ईएमएफटी में इस बार थोड़ा सा टिपिकल. अगेन गुड न्यूज ये था कि एंटीना से कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं आया था, वेव गाइड से आपको कोई क्वेश्चन देखने को नहीं मिला, लेकिन इस बार आया क्वेश्चन आपका प्लेन वेव से, एंड दैट क्वेश्चन वाज रियली गुड. और एक आपका ट्रांसमिशन लाइन से. सो दो क्वेश्चन
आफ्टर आई थिंक मेनी इयर्स पोलराइजेशन का क्वेश्चन आया. इट इज अ इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, बट देयर वाज नो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द पास्ट. आई थिंक 6-7 इयर्स से पोलराइजेशन से नहीं पूछा गया था. और मेरे को शायद ऐसा भी याद आ रहा है कि लास्ट 2015 या 16 में पूछा था आईआईटी कानपुर ने. बट व्हाटएवर इट इज, पोलराइजेशन इज एनीवेज इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, और एमएसक्यू पूछ लिया इस बार, बट वो इजी क्वेश्चन था, नॉट अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट थिंग.
एक लेकिन प्लेन वेव का अच्छा थिकनेस कैलकुलेट करने वाला जो क्वेश्चन था वो एक अच्छा था, और एक ट्रांसमिशन लाइन का एक क्वेश्चन अच्छा था. बाकी सारे क्वेश्चंस ईएमएफटी कम्युनिकेशन जो कि कोर, वो भी आपके इजी थे. सर भी बोल दिए कि ईडीसी से भी आपको कोई बहुत ज्यादा टफ क्वेश्चन देखने को नहीं मिला था. तो ओवरऑल इट लुक्स इजी, कि ओवरऑल जो पेपर है वो थोड़ा इजियर साइड में ज्यादा है ना, अगर लास्ट ईयर से लास्ट 2 साल से अगर कंपेयर करें तो.
Okay, so
कुछ स्टूडेंट्स का कहना है मॉडरेट टू टफ सर। लगेगा एज अ स्टूडेंट आप लोगों के, एज अ टीचर हम लोग देख रहे हैं तो डेफिनेटली कुछ क्वेश्चंस होंगे, तो आपका पेपर अच्छा ही बना होगा।
और अब देखा जाए गाइस, बेस्ड ऑन दिस एनालिसिस दैट आई एम टेलिंग यू, इट इज नॉट इजी, बट रिलेटिवली लास्ट ईयर से कंपेयर करें तो थोड़ा सा इजी है। अभी भी देखो हो सकता है 10-15 क्वेश्चन आना बाकी हो, वी मे हैव गॉट 50-55 क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है। सो मे बी दोस रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस व्हिच इज नॉट कम इन द मेमोरी बेस्ड, वो शायद गेम चेंजर हो, बट एज पर द क्वेश्चंस वी हैव गॉट टिल नाउ, राइट, वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग अ स्लाइट इंक्रीज मे बी इन द कट ऑफ, स्लाइट इंक्रीज, लुकिंग इनटू आल्सो द फैक्ट कि एस्पिरेंट्स भी थोड़े से कम हो गए हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में दिस टाइम, एंड डेफिनेटली पेपर इज लिटिल इजियर। सो लास्ट 2 years से तो 25 का ट्रेंड चल रहा है, बट दिस मे बी maybe something close to 26 this time, yeah, maybe 25.5. So approximately we can put it as 25. Similarly for OBC, it could be around 23.5. SC, ST around 17.5. Now, जो लोग बहुत अच्छा करके आए हैं, they might be into the interest कि sir, what is there in our bank, right? तो देखो, there are some good questions, but many questions are easy. इसको देखते हुए जो टॉपर्स का मार्क है, I don't think कि 80 plus के नीचे ज्यादा, मतलब 80 plus के ऊपर जाना केवल एक या दो लोग होगा. It will be around 10 people, they can go around 80 plus. What do you say, sir?
वही होता है सर हर बार। हाँ, जो फर्स्ट शुरू के रैंकर्स रहते हैं वो मार्क्स लेकर आते हैं।
हालांकि लास्ट ईयर 82 पे टॉपर था, बट अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस टाइम देयर आर गुड क्वेश्चंस बट फ्यू, राइट। तो जब ज्यादा आसान क्वेश्चन होते हैं तो एक लेवल के ऊपर जाना आसान हो जाता है। तो 10 स्टूडेंट्स में गो अबाउट 80 प्लस, सो फॉर अ सिंगल डिजिट रैंक 80 प्लस हम यहाँ पे एस्टिमेट कर रहे हैं, एंड फॉर अंडर 100, ठीक है। यहां से देखो, अब ये जो 80 और 70 के बीच का जो दौर होगा ना, यहाँ पे पॉपुलेशन बढ़ जाएगी, राइट, ठीक है। जब बहुत ज्यादा टफ पेपर होता है ना, तो बिटवीन 70-80 ऑल्सो यू फाइंड फ्यू, मतलब मे बी कुछ 5-6-10 लोग ही मिलते हैं, बट वी बिलीव की 70 प्लस विल बी जो नॉर्मली इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के लिए होता था। आज से आप इफ यू लुक इनटू 3-4 years बैक, 70 प्लस पे अंडर 100, अंडर 120 तक आराम से रैंक चली जाती थी। सेम थिंग कैन हैपन दिस ईयर, और जितना नीचे आएंगे द पॉपुलेशन पर सिंगल मार्क बहुत बढ़ता जाएगा। मतलब 1-1 मार्क, स्पेशली व्हेन यू कम अराउंड 60 मार्क्स, 1-1 मार्क में प्रोबेबली आपकी हंड्रेड्स में रैंक नीचे चली जाएगी।
बिल्कुल सर।
ओके, तो सर
बिल्कुल सर, क्या है कि जो स्मार्ट स्टूडेंट होते हैं वो ये जो ट्रिकी क्वेश्चंस है उसको छोड़ भी दिए होंगे, तो जो रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस है अगर वो उसको एक्यूरेटली सॉल्व कर लिए होंगे तो उस वजह से वो रैंक जो है वो अच्छा खासा बूस्ट हो जाता है इस मार्क्स पे 70 से 80 पे, ठीक है। तो
काफी सजेशन दिया गया था सर इनको कि एमसीक्यूज में कैसे हम नेगेटिव मार्क्स को अवॉइड कर सकते हैं। तो आपने सबका यूज किया होगा,
तो आई होप कि आप लोगों ने यूज किया होगा।
सो अंकित सर,
फर्स्ट वीकेंड पर जितने भी इंजीनियरिंग मैथ्स के क्वेश्चंस, एप्टीट्यूड के क्वेश्चंस हैं, उनके लिए हमारा प्लानिंग क्या है?
तो सर बिकॉज नेक्स्ट वीक इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन का पेपर है और बहुत सारे ECEE के पेपर स्टूडेंट्स लिखेंगे इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन का, राइट, एंड इवन सिविल का पेपर है। तो कीपिंग इन टू माइंड, एंड अदर मिसलिनियस ब्रांचेस भी हैं, सो कीपिंग दैट इन माइंड गाइस, मेनी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स विल बी इंटरेस्टेड कि हाउ द ओवरऑल लेवल ऑफ मैथ्स एंड एप्टीट्यूड क्वेश्चंस आर कंबाइनिंग फ्रॉम कंप्यूटर साइंस, EC, इलेक्ट्रिकल, मैकेनिकल, राइट, एंड ऑल्सो जो लोग पेपर दे चुके हैं उनको भी जानने में इंटरेस्ट होगा। तो गाइस वेरी सून, दैट इज टुमारो एंड डे आफ्टर टुमारो, लाइन बाय लाइन आएंगे। आपको केवल चैनल पे सब्सक्राइब रहना है सो दैट यू गेट ऑल अपडेट्स एंड ऑल नोटिफिकेशन। सो वी आर गोइंग to present you all mathematics, because वो common subject है, सभी के लिए इंटरेस्टेबल होगा, ठीक है। all mathematics first weekend questions of all 4 branches, and similarly one session on all aptitude questions including verbal, okay, combined of the 4 branches। ये सेशन हम लेने वाले हैं आने वाले 2 दिन में,
yes,
right?
And sir, what to say about the new milestone achieved by BYJU'S Exam Prep's YouTube channel?
So yeah, so guys, आज ही की एक बात कर दे। So guys, we'll end up with a very big news that just today morning, आज एग्जाम के दिन पे, और ये चैनल भी अब ECEE कंप्यूटर साइंस का हो चुका है, और आज ECEE का पेपर है, कल कंप्यूटर साइंस का था। दिस वीकेंड वाज रियली बिग फॉर अस, एंड जस्ट टुडे मॉर्निंग बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द सेशन वी हैव क्रॉस द 4 लाख सब्सक्राइबर। अभी शायद और हो सकते हैं ज्यादा हो गए हो, आप लोग की प्यार की वजह से, आप लोग के मतलब इतने सपोर्ट की वजह से। सो टुडे वी क्रॉस द 4 लाख माइलस्टोन BYJU'S एग्जाम प्रेप यूट्यूब चैनल। सो गाइज, big congratulations to the team and big congratulations to the student community, because this is because of you guys, right? And because you have shown trust and love to us, we all promise here that we'll bring you even more refined and more best content for you, right? गेट के पहले सपोर्ट कितना कर सकते थे किया, We are there live on the gate day और gate के बाद भी. Yes, very soon we are going to start the post gate guidance sessions. Like अभी एक session आने वाला है जिसमें हम exam analysis को again थोड़ा सा निचोड़ के बताएंगे, especially with respect to your marks and expected rank. First it will be for electrical. Ashutosh sir and Ashu Jhangra sir will be taking that session. Then later on एक दिन बाद electronics के लिए भी ऐसा session आएगा where we'll be talk about ranks versus marks. Anyways ये भी बता दें that rank predictor, official rank predictor of BYJU'S exam prep will become live on 15th of February. तो yes guys, सर उसको भी एक बार बच्चों को शो कर देते हैं हम लोग. Hadik, that slide is here. हाँ अच्छा between में है. एक बार guys ये भी बता देता आपको. That is what now some of you have done really good, some of you may be not that good. No problem guys. अगर बहुत अच्छा कर लिया है तो आपका next time होगा कि going for a preparation of interview of IIT या PSU, या अगर आपको लगता है कि एक और चांस लेना है तो अभी instrumentation का पेपर है, there is ESE prelims, there is BARC examination coming up. Yeah, what all you can do, there are going to be several PSUs and even several colleges, private colleges, अच्छे private colleges जैसे आप बात करें BITS की, they'll be taking separate MTech examination. So we'll be coming you with all post gate guidance sessions की what to do after gate, whether your gate attempt was good or whether it was not that good, but don't loop holes. अगर आपने मेहनत की है, if you have worked hard, you will get something good. You'll get something good, maybe through gate, maybe without gate. So we are going to very soon come up with the post gate guidance session. और उससे बहुत जरूरी बात, अब सर कितनी रैंक एग्जैक्टली आ रही है? देखो exactness तो तब आएगी when you get your response key, right? So on 15th February, IIT Kanpur is going to release the response key. Right, and on the same day BYJU'S exam prep for the first time is going to live the rank predictor. Back end पे live हो चुका है, but once you get the response key, what you only have to do guys right now is the link is in the description. Link यहाँ पे भी लिखा है, but you can find the link directly in the description, right? And जैसे ही उस link को आप click करोगे, just a second. So जैसे ही लिंक को क्लिक करोगे, there will be a page opening up. What do you have to do right now? Just click on notify me, right? So that whenever the rank predictor is live, you will get an update. You have to enter your response key, and the first thing is आपकी curiosity खत्म हो जाएगी कि exactly, because we are expecting that thousands of students are going to enter their data, so you'll come to know about their rank. ओके कि उनकी क्या रैंक है, रिलेटिवली आप कहां स्टैंड कर रहे हो. बट द बिगेस्ट एडवांटेज है सर, रिजल्ट तो मार्च में भी आ जाएगा. इतनी जल्दी क्या है जानने की? इतनी जल्दी ये है कि व्हेन यू गेट टू नो योर, मे बी नॉट 100% एग्जैक्ट, बट एटलीस्ट इफ यू आर श्योर कि 90% यू आर गोइंग टू लाई लाइक अंडर 100 या अंडर 200, अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन टेक अ डिसीजन. देखो जब तक रैंक नहीं आएगी एम्बिग्यूटी रहेगी. सो इफ यू कम टू नो अबाउट योर रैंक्स लिटिल, एस्टिमेशन ऑफ द रैंक्स लिटिल अर्लियर, यू मे गो फॉर प्रिपरेशन ऑफ इंटरव्यूज या यू मे स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर सम अदर एग्जामिनेशन. यू विल हैव अ क्लियर फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई जस्ट रजिस्टर फॉर दिस रैंक प्रेडिक्टर एंड यू विल कम टू नो अबाउट द रैंक. दिस विल बी लाइव अराउंड 14-15 February. 15 तो IIT ने बोला है कि रिस्पॉन्स की आएगा, बट कभी कभी IIT जल्दी भी सेंड कर देता है. सो गाइज व्हेनेवर रिस्पॉन्स कीज आर अवेलेबल, द रैंक प्रेडिक्टर विल बी लाइव. आप केवल नोटिफाई कर दीजिए इसको, सो दैट यू डोंट हैव टू वरी कि कहीं कुछ देर ना हो जाए. तो सर
एक और अपॉर्चुनिटी है. अभी देखो जिन बच्चों को अभी जो गेट का एग्जाम तो हो गया, अब इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज एग्जाम 19th को होने वाला है.
करेक्ट.
तो सर उसका अपने प्रिपरेशन कंटिन्यू रखिएगा. जिन जिन बच्चों को भी इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन करनी हो, टेलीग्राम चैनल में अपडेट करें और हम उसके लिए सेशन लेकर आ रहे हैं.
सर सेशन ऑलरेडी प्लान है. गाइस एक और चीज अपडेट कर देता हूं. गाइस एक और चीज अपडेट कर देता हूं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वेरी सून, प्रोबेबली बाय टुमारो, संजय सर इज गोइंग टू टेक अ सेशन. शुड आई attempt, so कुछ ऐसा ना, should I attempt ESE prelims this year? क्या आपको इस साल ESE prelims देना है based on what is your current preparation level? So should you attempt ESE prelims now or not? Very soon, tomorrow only Sanjay sir is going to bring a session on that. Other than that guys, 8 तारीख से 8th of February we are starting a non-tech express series, right? Maths aptitude तो पढ़ चुके हो, उसके अलावा जो आपका नॉन टेक है लाइक एनर्जी एंड एनवायरमेंट, करंट अफेयर्स, एथिक्स हो गया, आईसीटी हो गया, ऑल दोस टॉपिक्स इन मैराथन फॉर्म वी आर ब्रिंगिंग सो दैट योर ईएससी प्रीलिम्स पेपर नंबर 1 गोज सॉलिड. एंड अदर देन दैट यू आर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक स्टूडेंट्स एंड यू नो जो गेट और ईएससी का सिलेबस डिफरेंस है वो ईएससी जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के लिए सबसे ज्यादा है. Okay, there are around 5 to 6 separate subjects you have to study. So guys, to support you in that extra technical subjects like computer organization, like material science, like advanced communication, like machines, क्योंकि एक बहुत challenging factor होता है machines पढ़ना. So guys, all of the extra technical syllabus is also going to come live on the YouTube channel. केवल subscribe कर देंगे आप channel को and you are going to get ESE stuff as well for you, right? So sir, finally, कुछ final words and then let's conclude.
So students, राकेश सर ने जैसे कहा कि अभी 19 तो 15 डेज में आपको ESE के लिए अपीयर होना है, तो बहुत सारे लोगों ने तैयारी भी किया होगा और ये 15 दिन आपको रिलैक्स नहीं होना है। आज आप रिलैक्स हो जाइए, लेकिन कल से वापस 15 दिन बिल्कुल जी जान लगा देना है। और आपके ESE प्रिपरेशन के लिए वॉट एवर यू नीड, you don't need to say anything. We know what you need at this time, and we have already prepared for that, and we will be coming live from tomorrow onwards.
Yes. Chalo, so guys, when did BYJU'S session 25? Guys, update regarding the batches. Just go to the BYJU'S exam
So
app.
it's better now if a student should join our should download our app.
That's what. App अगर है तो app पे चले जाओ, नहीं है तो just open the Google Play Store, download the app, and there Vision 24, Vision 25, all batches update will be available there, so you can get that easily.
Some of the students are asking for what is the preparation strategy for 2024 preparation tips and all. So students, we are every now and then we are coming live with our workshops,
And
but that is available on our app.
And बहुत जल्दी YouTube पे भी guys for 2024 students we are bringing you a video very soon. ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं, थोड़े से दिन और वेट करेंगे. 2024 preparation regarding we are bringing a video. We know what students need at this time. Okay, so as per our experience, we'll bringing you those sessions which you need right now. ठीक है, चलो.
और सर सॉल्यूशन पीडीएफ इसका हम प्रोवाइड कर ही रहे हैं पूरे क्वेश्चन.
हाँ, solution PDF. So guys, you know, we have been, because ECEE several subjects are common, the team is common, we have been working since morning. Our show is not over for us right now. Just when the session gets over, we are going to go out and, you know, work for your proper, you know, descriptive solution, so that by tonight you get the PDF and check your comfortable detailed solutions in case you missed it in the live session.
Where they will get the PDFs?
PDFs they'll get in this link also. Guys, they will get the PDF. You can get the PDF in the same video description. Upload हो जाएगा, and even in the app. App पे भी आपको डायरेक्ट मिल जाएगा. चलो guys, बहुत बढ़िया. तो सर,
बहुत बढ़िया, बस बढ़िया.
Sir,
Thank you all.
thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
चलो, so congratulations, you have done your best. Don't worry, take a nice sleep now. बहुत बढ़िया, एकदम रेस्ट करो आज. अब कल से सोचना,
कल से
सोचना,
सोचेंगे
कुछ मत
जो भी
सोचो.
करना है, आज कुछ मत कीजिए.
फैमिली के साथ हो तो थोड़ी सी मस्ती कर लो, डिनर विनर पे चले जाओ, आराम से सो जाओ. कल नए सूरज के साथ, नए दिन के साथ सोच लेना आगे क्या करना है.
बिल्कुल.
बहुत बढ़िया.
ओके गाइस, बाय.